Hello everyone and welcome back to Tabletop Fables, episode 9 of Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y.
Dad's
I'm
here.
DM Cody.
That's it.
What?
And Dad is going to introduce himself. Dad.
That's you.
It's great to see you after so many years.
I'm back. I haven't seen you guys since last year.
Indeed. Hello, I'm
But
back.
really. I'm Josh, and I'll be playing Legion, a Eldritch Knight Warforged, who's going to be found in the dungeon, I heard.
So, shopping time?
I'll find you.
Hang on.
Either he's found in the dungeon or you're found at the shops. One of those things is going to
Oh, we're found in the grave.
I'm found at the farm.
Speaking of,
Hello everyone. Sorry about that. My name is Matthew and I'll be playing Smoke, a Tabashi nature cleric who's obsessed with finding an animal to milk.
I just remembered that.
I wish I could forget.
If I'd remembered, I would have played that Minotaur.
So he exists in this world to bring love and light to everyone around him and just abhors violence, and his greatest fear is that he'll take an innocent life. I can't stress the word innocent enough in that.
Not anymore.
Innocent.
In the same way, it's a Christmas cracker joke. Is that brings everyone together?
yeah, it does. Yeah, I guess. I'm Blake. I'll be playing Raz, a little Agenati rogue, who likes to get stabbed quite a lot, apparently. Well,
I like it.
likes to is
I can write more in if you want.
likes to is subjective. It happens a lot. People assume.
It's happened every time I've gone anywhere with you. You've been stabbed.
Yeah.
Don't
general
introduce
life,
yourself like that to Legion.
But what about in-game?
Sometimes Josh as well. I am Professor Belvedere Montebank. I am a wizard, enchanted air. And I'm adventuring for, gold, power, all the things I need to survive the coming of the hells.
Oh, multiple hells, damn it. We were preparing for one hell.
At least 9.
Yeah.
No one's told me about it yet, so that's going to be fun.
Well, I feel like you'll thrive in it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So last time our adventurers made their way through the Dungeon of the Dead 3, finding their way to a necromancer's lair, managing to survive, heading back out though, leaving Curry to follow someone who made some strange remarks, a tiefling woman who'd been captured downstairs.
Something traveller shenanigans.
Something traveller shenanigans rhymes with eggs. Back at the beginning of the dungeon, ready to go and finish what they started, we find our 3 adventurers.
Oh yeah, 3.
They've taken some time to rest and recover, ready for whatever comes next, knowing that something much worse lies ahead.
I was going to say ready, subjective. We are certainly here and walking down some stairs.
And I prepared Fireball this time. I hear it might come in handy. Especially in all these tight, close corridors. I'll really capture them by surprise.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
Are you sure Tonk's not here?
Natural 20.
Surprise obviously does not matter if you're casting Fireball in corridors.
Also, he has the Fireball spell, and he's probably never used it in a crisis situation before.
Smoke backs off a few steps.
Just don't blow yourself up with it, Raz says, with some minor experience.
Well, that's the idea. That's true for any spell we do. The Weaver is a dangerous master. Or mistress, actually. A mistress case.
Smoke
From deep in the dark.
Smoke just sighs heavily, shakes his head.
I agree. But in character.
Yeah, I'll say Raz casts Mage Hand for probably was...
To facepalm?
Yeah. Yeah. And also just to prove that the weave isn't that dangerous for some spells. And I assume we're just walking down the stairs at the same time as this conversation's happening.
Yep. So you,
Sweet.
with a slight splash, you step back into the flooded chamber ahead of you. And we're going to try something new here. Let's hope this map works.
Okay.
So you are currently in D5 as you descend the stairs.
Ooh. We've got a bigger star this time around.
Don't move forward and look, you're breaking immersion.
I will look into Raz's eyes.
That's actually shockingly accurate.
Let's shine off of his eyeball to see if you can see the screen. That's really clever.
I'm thinking, Raz, are you taking point? Being able to see the map at all? My glasses, they do nothing.
Got him.
It's fine.
It makes more noise.
One eye this way.
Alright, anyway. Yeah, we've got a map over there. I assume Raz just has a map now. He's been like hand drawing. He's like, I guess we need to go this way and that way and turn left at the next right and, you know, all that malarkey to get back to where we were.
So you're heading back to where you were?
Yes!
Yeah, so
Those crypts with that crazy one.
Oh, yes, indeed. Ooh. No, I'm good. It's a bag of holding. It's fine.
Smoker wanders up to Raz, creeps up to Raz, and just pops his claws just on top of his left shoulder, just peering at the map, and just whispers to Raz, "Have you had a moment to thought about Eldath recently?"
You've scarcely let me forget, Smoke.
Well, she has lots of things to teach you.
I've learned everything that I want to know from Eldath back on the island.
Smoke backs off and then just retreats a few steps, and that's what you think. And then continues walking forward.
Come down this dark alleyway.
Show you the non-violent one.
We're in a dungeon. It's nothing but a dark alleyway. This entire thing is one giant dark alleyway.
Speaking of, how are we going for sight?
Well, I have dark vision.
Because I am a human,
Well,
but I have blind sight for some
you
reason.
did find a few torches.
oh, that's right.
Easy to take if you wanted.
And you've got the earring. That
Yeah, I got the earring that gives me blind
To
sight.
get you a rag and just wrap it around your head.
Just for added effect. But then people might suspect I have blind
If
sight.
there were paintings or something on the wall, you probably couldn't see them that well, but you can find your way through the corridors easily enough.
you can't see the paintings, but you get them described to you in great detail.
In detail.
I mean, I can cast dancing lights.
I don't think others do.
I am casting Dark Vision from a few steps behind Raz
Yep.
Wow.
with my eyes.
Oh, God.
And magics.
Who's a spell called Dark Vision? Don't say that.
I didn't know that, but I figured there probably was.
Oh, added value. Nice.
Alright, so you start heading back down the corridor you now know and love.
Indeed.
So you follow it down
It's
to
very
the
moist.
chamber, turning sharp left, down and around where you recently were pushed gently to the ground.
Oh, I remember that. Ah, Sarissa. So glad to have her not here.
And you end up back in the semi-flooded corridor where you fought off the cultists earlier. You do hear something strange coming from the other end of the room, a loud banging sound that definitely wasn't there before. It's coming from the corridor you didn't take last time.
Well, that
I see.
sounds dangerous. Perhaps we should avoid it.
Aren't we down here to get rid of dangerous things?
Good point. After you.
Does Smoke smell anything unusual?
Roll a perception with disadvantage.
I will take it.
You can smell moss.
With disadvantage 12. No,
Okay, so
10, sorry.
you smell out the air and it smells like death from the fight you had not long ago here. And the sound is coming from a bit further in. You wouldn't think you'd be able to smell anything at this point.
Smells like Eldath is needed in here.
That's one way to phrase it.
Foul things are afoot, lads.
After you. If you want to bring out a slide.
I start, well, Smoke. Yeah.
Rat will gesture and smoke to go full.
Yeah.
So you start heading down the corridor. The flooding eventually gives way. And you see a door ahead of you.
Is
This is a door. I can't remember if it was your Sarissa came through last time and decided to turn around.
oh, okay.
You did know it was here, but no one's proceeded past it.
Was it locked?
No one tried.
Oh well. Smoke.
I'll see if there's any
Reyes.
traps or anything like that on it, should I?
Do you have? Are you doing it with magic?
Oh, I mean, I've read books on such matters.
I'll check if it's got traps.
Roll strength to smash it.
Yep, roll check for traps, roll strength.
I cast dancing lights and I assist if you do an investigation.
I probably am. So yes, please do. Ooh, wow. 21.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more.
25.
Well,
Yep, so you start checking the door for traps, and what you see is a very large iron bolt that seems to be bolted from this side. And as you investigate, you hear a loud bang from the door. Just instinctively, you jump back, and the door splinters, and the iron hinge flings off. And ahead of you, you see
About 6'5", but hunched over.
Okay.
Mostly metallic, very General Grievous-esque, but with a wider head. Yeah, a Warforged.
oh,
with a bit of a craggly, sharp mouth, which is uncommon for them. But you've probably never seen a Warforged before.
No.
So this looks like a giant robot.
No, well, it's like a statue that's made of iron and is moving.
It's like a thin golem.
I throw my dancing lights at it.
So for a brief moment, everything's frozen in place as the door slams against and the hinge bounces off as you lock eyes. And all of a sudden, these spinning lights just explode into your face.
Hello. I'm here to escape. I hope you're joining me and not standing in my way.
Oh my god, it talks!
Oh my god, a talking cat.
Have you never met a she before?
I'll lean in really, really close, like lean the whole neck out. But have you never met a talking robot?
No.
Well then, we're at an odds.
What's a robot?
It's like a Warforged, but not me.
What's a Warforged?
It's
Like
like,
a
it's like
robot,
him,
but
but slightly different.
You ever seen a toy with clock? Never mind.
Well, you see, what happens is they create something similar to a golem, but then they take a spark of a soul of an earth elemental, I rolled natural 20, and jam it inside, and it creates it, gives it a bit of a sentient spark.
Does Smokes fall to sleep hearing this explanation?
I mean, if it was that brief, probably not yet.
So it's a big talking statue. Got it.
But it's unlike a golem, they're sentient.
Got it.
And when it goes wrong, ta-da!
And they always end up wrong, given enough time.
I see.
I've never met one that hasn't gone wrong given 100 years.
Right. So, to let you know, we're not leaving yet, but we are killing everybody in here. Is that good for you?
Very, very interested.
Okay. Would you like some knives?
Very, very interested.
I have lots of them. I have an obscene amount of them.
I'm just going to hold up my hand and weapon bond summon my spear, and then weapon bond summon my shield and be like, I'm okay, but I don't turn down extra weaponry.
More for your collection.
Yeah, I'll
please.
I'll get out a particularly nice looking knife and hand it to him.
I'll like push it into one of the roots of my body and just let it pocket there. I'll save you for later. Now, killing or not, where are we going?
Not!
No, yes, but not
That way. No killing.
Lead on, my friends. I'll clink out.
Smoke, we have a collection of like more than 20 ears. We're doing a lot of killing.
You have a collection of ears?
There for a bounty.
I'm gonna just be weapon-looking hands, pat on the shoulder. We're gonna get on just fine.
I really hope we do.
I'll get the professor to roll a perception check for me.
Definitely you.
Smoke is just going to admire this new entity and just
This new form of life.
16.
16.
This new form of life that seems very intent on killing things. How do you feel about that?
In the background, you see what's obviously a morgue. You see a lot of the bodies are twisted and mutated, but you do see a small plinth in the background with a slightly glowing book, which you recognise immediately to be a book of magic.
Ooh.
Well, they're here to loot the place. There appears to be a book of magic over there.
Oh! Mage hand, grab that magic book.
I assume you've already acted on it by the time I get that far.
Probably.
So your mage hand goes over, goes to pick up, and it's far too heavy, being a very thick leather-bound tome.
So heavier than 10 pounds then.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Well, perhaps a new friend might be of assistance.
You need my help to lift a book?
I can look at it very briefly first. Make sure it's safe.
Things tend to explode around here.
I'm gonna clink over and pick it up.
Okay. I'm going to be making sure I'm at least 10 feet away from him when that happens.
Does anything happen?
Yep, you pick it up. As you do, the blackness surrounding the book turns into a mist, and it turns into the form of a skull that looks straight into your eyes and then just disappears as if it was shooting at you. Make a Constitution save for me.
20.
Yeah. So you feel a curse start taking hold on you, but just shake it off. Obviously designed for something less metal than yours. Doesn't seem to affect you at all.
It's not a mirror, was it? They haven't changed my face.
I don't think it was a mirror, no.
Good.
Although it may have changed your face. How long have you been down here?
I don't know.
Do we have a mirror?
Not good with time.
Makes sense. Do you have a mirror?
Probably.
Just like rummage around in the bag of
I
holding
imagine
for a
my back
mirror.
would have a little mirror on it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I'm a wizard. I feel like it's something a wizard would have.
Yeah.
So hold one up, get a bit of some dancing lights, put it behind your head.
That's how I remember my face. Everything's just fine.
Oh, good.
Look,
Thank you.
Roll a
Deck save.
investigation check.
Investigation save.
you said it was heavy, so I'll hold it for you because I now assume all of you are super weak.
18.
For her.
18. It's bound with very thick brown leather that you recognise as human skin.
Yeah.
And as you look through, you can learn the spells that are inside. A lot of them have blank pages, but as you go through, you realise these must have been the spares that the necromancer had prepared at the time.
It's a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But in sake, I'll hand you this, so Master of Souls.
I will.
Any of the spells on there you can eventually translate and transfer to your book.
Smoke speaks up and asks,
I'll write it down later.
Is-
Once I'm resting. We're outside.
Belvedere, is there any spells about not stealing shit and doing illegal stuff and just generally killing people in there that you know of?
Well,
That sounds like a law.
depends.
Sounds like you could all use some of that.
From a philosophical point of view, the animate dead spell will create people who can obey all your wishes and have no free will.
That is fascinating. Do go on.
You see, what happens is it places a slight spark and connection to the negative energy plane into a
Start
creature.
blinking out.
Creates a...
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't
Smoke has gone safe.
fine.
This is curled up
It's
to
not
you.
that you're boring.
The two that haven't yet left the room because of your lecture, I'm going to roll a perception check for you.
Right. For God's sake. Well, that wasn't much better. 12.
12.
You're more than 12. 17. I'm starting to wonder if I should get this dice check.
Maybe.
You hear what sounds like the scurrying of rats, but it sounds strangely loud and hollow and echoes. And as you look over, you see swarms of skeletal rats.
Right, grabbing your arm. Time to go.
Dead bodies on the wall tables.
Yeah, grab
Yep. I agree. So, how's outside this room going out?
Yeah, right.
This door doesn't need to be open, does it? It's drafty.
So you head back out to where you were.
Yeah.
With a wall push now in tow. You throw the door closed behind you and it bounces open again with the lock now broken.
Ah, that makes sense.
So it's a bit more gently.
But as you look behind you, it doesn't seem like the rats are that interested.
Oh, good. Let's leave.
And you head back out to the corridor where you knew ahead of you was a roof that was on the verge of collapsing.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, it was terrifying, but you also said it was probably okay, so let's go.
You left the door open, luckily. You can smell that the natural gas is seeping out of the room, but obviously it wouldn't have built up in that room this time.
Brilliant.
Smoke has woken up.
For the...
Yeah, you wake up to find everyone gone.
Yeah.
Luckily they're not too far ahead.
The door's closed, but it's
For the sake of our safety, we'll have our new robot friend go first.
1,000 years later, I become a warforged.
That's not how it works. I just need to check. You don't work for them, do you?
Well, no.
We work for Lady.
You just look like a science man, and these were experimenting and stuff.
Well, I am a professor, and so I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Not a compliment. You look like I could crush you very easily.
I didn't say. I mean, if one prefers brawn over brains, then
Yes.
I get the distinct feeling that one does prefer brawn over brains.
well, I mean, if that's how you value.
I've got a bone to pick with the person that tried to break into my skull. That's all.
Look.
As long as it's not you.
No, ethical science men is very different to non-ethical science men.
They wouldn't happen to have been a necromancer, would they?
I don't know.
We already killed some people down here doing experiments.
Yeah, there was a lady.
That helps.
Yeah, there was a lady trying to.
woman? Cody?
Was it a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was trying to put like zombies together from different bits.
Called them her children.
Describe what she looked like before you killed her.
Sort of older.
So those with good memories can describe to Legion what she looked like before we killed her.
More
Because
importantly, describe what she looked like after you killed her.
well, that's unfortunate because that's very ambiguous, to say the very least. She had a curved dagger. Does that help?
very, very cowly, face in shadows.
How dead is she now?
Well, there's multiple parts, and we'll be walking. I think
Very dead.
I think that's her hand.
Very
there.
dead.
Just big metallic clanking.
Yeah. Very dead.
Excellent.
I mean, didn't we put her in a room? Yeah. See, if we look at open this door to this crypt here, you'll see
You're not
how.
got through there yet.
Have you ever heard of the spell Blade Storm? What's our Wall of Daggers?
Back in my day.
Is your cousin a blender by any chance?
That's very rude.
After we raised
Because
it.
yes.
Well,
So you're saying the entrance to this door, you look inside and you can see that there's some very large makeshift pillars holding up the roof. It's quite a tight squeeze to get through the other side, but you do see in the far end, it looks like it opens up to a small room and there's a small passageway that leads across next to it.
Is this where we're going?
Well, I mean, we haven't been there yet. So, forward.
We have,
Damn it.
you're still in the, before the collapsible.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Yeah.
let me just give you a bit more light on that map. See, I think we have been.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, of course.
No, seriously, those dancing lights aren't in my face. Walking around with balls of light.
Smoke just put 2 hands up. And the forgetful one.
Are you? Well, at least now I know.
Yeah. He definitely is.
Oh.
Where was the last time you forgot?
Are you forgetting the last time I forgot?
Pick a time.
I don't know these people that well.
Yeah, pick a time of day. He's probably done it.
So are you taking point and letting through?
Sure.
I mean, I think it's fair to say that I've seen this guy stabbed nearly to death more times than I've actually had full conversations with him.
It's true.
Yes.
Ah.
So you start heading through. With your size, it's quite difficult to actually
Also, I
get
don't have
through.
dark vision, so
Oh no!
just plundering forward with the shield.
Make a dexterity.
I do have the bouncing lights going.
That's a 20 crit with 22.
Yeah, cool. Make a strength check.
Smoke would come up to him.
25.
Yeah, cool.
Good
I'm
lord.
sorry, I've just been rolling high.
You step in and you start pushing past a large pillar, and you feel just your strength push it, and it starts to crumble a bit, and you sort of throw yourself out of the way and leave a chunk out of the wall where the stone crumbles around you, but you manage to avoid collapsing the support.
Oh,
Maybe.
it's light.
All right.
There's a chance I'm going to push the ceiling down at this rate.
Well, I mean, we're trying very hard not to push the ceiling down.
So I'll have bouncing lights just sort of on near the ground, sort of. I mean, they're pretty small, but
Highlighting pillars and whatnot.
I'll leer down as far as I have to.
so they're like 10 feet, 10 feet. So
You notice where legions step back into the wall, almost effortlessly, it's just taking a chunk of rock off of it. Solid stone.
Ah.
In addition to the dancing lights, Smoke will come up and lead Legion along like a blind person. So just offer him his
Tapping the
shoulder.
floor in front of me with my spear.
He's a guide cat.
So eventually you get across the room and start heading up the corridor, and you do come out to where the crypts are now. Ahead of you is the door, still slightly open, where you rescued the tiefling from. To your right are the 3 crypts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
There's nobody in here, but there might be the corpse of that woman you're looking for.
Oh. I'm not disinterested.
Well, I said might be. We've gone for a day.
I believe
Wait.
she's actually in this corridor. Her children were behind the door, which the blades just cut through.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I think
Anyway.
that dark shadow over there, assuming she's still here, might be her.
Yeah.
Take a stroll over.
Yeah, you see the long dark robes slung from the ground. You pull the hood back to reveal her face.
Ears.
I believe I took them.
I was going to say, if you didn't, I was like, you guys collect ears, right?
Yeah.
Take the ears.
Yeah. I think I got them. I don't remember.
Yes, I don't know.
It was a while ago.
That's the nose.
I'm not great with human anatomy.
Now you did remember to bless the body, didn't you?
That feels like a leading question. No.
I don't
No.
think so.
Can I roll for
Wait,
history?
hang on. No, somebody
I
did.
can't remember IRL.
I think Clara did because she recognised that it was some sort of weird dark magic. That's
Oh,
going on.
yeah, because of
Yeah.
the shadow, yeah.
Yeah, because the shadows.
I mean, at that point, everyone knew too, so I imagine someone would have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll bless the body of it as
Not
well,
smoke.
just by walking past and crushing her head with the foot.
yeah. I figured. Well, I mean,
Onwards and upwards, let's go.
yes, forwards to wherever is next. Wherever is next.
So you head into the room that's a torture chamber.
Yeah, I remember this place.
A couple of you have gone forward down a small corridor and a couple of flights of stairs and found some scuff marks on the ground that seem to imply a door there.
No, yep, that was myself and Smoke, I believe. Yeah.
You did see there was a passage leading off the other way as well.
Okay.
However, there is a solid-looking wall there with the scuff marks where you know there must be something there.
Yeah, secret passage first. Oh yes, I'll get our new robot friend to try and find the edges of that to pull it open and point out the scuff marks too.
So where he points on the floor, I'm just gonna charge, run, and shoulder charge where like the opening should be.
It's clearly a pole door! Raz shouts
Roll
as he runs at
a
you.
strength check.
Please just like crash
20.
into it.
Not now.
Down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, you crash into this wall and you do see it shake and a bit of dust floats down from it, but it doesn't actually move.
No door here, you were wrong.
Here's a question. With my line sense, do I feel where the vibrations hit a mechanism or something?
It didn't seem to hit a mechanism. You've seen a door upstairs that's used some sort of symbol to get through. You think this would be something similar. Also magic release.
Didn't I have one of those?
With my smell sense, can I smell a door?
Roll perception.
You smell a door a ball.
Also a question, they've been here before, but like what do I see?
Okay, so you came through a torture chamber where there was a man hung against the wall completely dead. Some shackles had been released. As you head down, it's a fairly wide stone passage, about 10 feet tall roofs. To your right, it seems to lead off into a collapsed corridor. There's another small passageway leading off just next to that. And you, as I told you, look down and see some scuff marks along the door. Where you've hit, you're sure there's probably something that opens one way or the other there.
That's a 21 on a door smell check.
I mean, it smells like a door to you.
I relay this information to everyone else.
Well, alright.
Did you know of the creatures called the Yule Lads? One is called Door Sniffer.
I'm going to try and like find a spot, like an edge on this thing that I can pull on.
Yep.
Wait, hang on, no, you said something about it being a symbol, and
Yeah, symbol.
See, we have one of those, or had one of those, and I can't remember who had it.
Smoke roll action there, he just goes for the first one.
Oh, fist
For
pump.
the joke.
Oh yeah, okay.
Are you the only one trained in Arcana?
Am I?
Almost certainly.
Not me.
Yeah.
Roll an Arcana check.
Yeah, 20 something.
Whoa!
Yep, so you see the giant golem made of metal smash into this doorway, see some dust floating down, and just from your arcane knowledge and in the background you feel something tugging at the weave, and you stop for a second and think, and you figure an alarm spell's been set off.
Well, on the good, I have some good news and bad news. On
Okay.
the good news front, this doorway should open soon.
Okay.
On the bad news front, probably because enemies are coming our way. Although that is also good news.
Yeah, that's very good news. Yes, I agree with that.
Both of those things are good news.
Yeah. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
set up around the door and.
Well, an alarm spell triggered. I assume they're going to come and try to get us.
All right. Okay. Well, let's set up around this door for some sort of classic ambush. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, hopefully they're not waiting the other side and we'll get bored. I mean,
If they're waiting to ambush us, we'll just wait to ambush them, and then at that point, it's a challenge of wills.
Not that smart. I'm just gonna crouch down like a couple of feet back from the door, shield up.
Right.
certain point,
Spear over the top.
they'll run out of food first. How much time until hell arrives?
As far as I can tell, it already has arrived.
Until
Okay.
what?
Oh, but Hell's come to us. Has already swallowed a city up north. We're like in Baldur's Gate. Does that mean anything to you?
Demons and shit.
Devils, technically.
Devils, yeah. He tried to make a deal with one. It was fun. We did make a deal with one.
This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, at least somebody's happy about Hell, I think.
Still hope we can find that demon dog one day.
No,
I do.
I don't. Anyway,
I would have thought a cat would not want to find a dog.
Well,
he did.
Not the demon part. That's fine.
Yeah.
truly found myself that day.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hang out on like the opening edge. Like,
Yep.
I'm imagining that it opens like that way.
Yeah,
I'll be
well,
on,
you
like,
look
that
at the
side.
scuff marks on the floor and
Yeah.
work it out pretty easily.
Yeah. So I'll be on like the near side to those scuff marks.
Yep.
Smoke is naturally going to go to the only position that he knows, and it's just going to climb up.
Yep.
He's gonna climb above the door.
Yep. Because that worked so well before.
Yeah, right. You're gonna Spider-Man them.
When you did see the dust, you saw it fall from the top crevice of the roof, so you figured if this door opens, it's a whole wall sliding open. It'll probably hit you unless you stay back at least 5 feet.
Okay, I'll just climb up the wall somewhere close to it.
I mean, you could be on the roof 5 feet back.
Yeah.
Ready to
Oh,
lunge
on the
down.
roof.
Yep.
Stealthily.
So you all set up ready for an ambush.
Yep.
Minutes seem to tick away. Nothing seems to happen.
Ah! It would appear that they're waiting for us.
After 1 minute, you feel the weave pull itself back together and reset an alarm spell. Your crazy hideout kind of check.
Well, they've reset the alarm.
Oh. Oh, good fortune. They thought
I didn't
they.
hear anything.
He's the
We have
magic
some
boy.
spare ears.
Yeah, he's the magic boy.
Got a point.
I
That's
assume,
me.
I assume that he knows when things have happened, so good fortune. They assume it was some sort of false alarm. Brilliant.
Who's proficient in perception?
Yo, that me.
My cat is, if that helps.
You want to roll?
What is your cat doing?
It is currently sitting on my bed.
Does not help a lot at all. Anyone proficient, roll a perception check for me.
Oof.
Oh wow.
Not great.
22.
Everything sounds quite silent and dead down here. The walls seem to dampen even your voices as you talk. But Smoke, you swear you hear something very lightly splashing coming from down the hallway. And then it just disappears into silence again.
I could have sworn that I heard something splashing. Possibly a footstep, maybe?
It's like a meerkat snap of Francis' head, just like back to the corridor where we came in, just like, oh yeah.
I don't think we're alone down here.
That was kind of the point.
I cast,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Detect brain cells on Smoke.
I was going to cast see invisibility, so kind of. But then I realised I have blind sense anyway, so there's no actual point. I can't. If I could cast it on someone else,
Well,
I mean, I could be floating.
well.
I can't. No, it's self-only, so.
Oh, of course. My bad. Alright, well, now, look, let's just shift the positions a little bit then. If they're trying to sneak up the other way, stealthily, we'll be doing that.
Just putting a bit of grinding noise as my feet shift.
Kind of like it's much like a kind of like a spider. Smoke is just gonna
Oh, it's not creepy at all.
go spin around.
Yep, you all reset your positions.
Now near the edge of where the corridor opens up to this room.
Yep. And you wait for a moment and listen out, you can't hear anything.
Hello?
Your voice seems to be swallowed up by the stone and the collapsed tunnel ahead.
Oh.
Are you going to this door or not?
Well, I mean, look,
Do we have one of those amulets? Or?
I could swear we did, but I can't remember who had it. It's not wasn't Clary that had it, was it?
Surely if she did, she'd leave with us. She knew you were coming back, right?
I lived with a bunch of very dumb people for a very long time. Do you have a magic bag?
Yes.
Where?
On my back.
I walk over and I go, magic amulet. Put my hand in there and then pull it back out. Do I have anything?
You've got the amulet with
Yeah.
from the top.
Just say the thing you want and pull it out of the bag, you fucking idiots.
No, alright, fine.
Under his breath, Smoke is just like so decisive. That one.
Very much so. Alright, anyway. Well, alright. Somebody keep watch whilst I open this thing. Because if he heard something, and very rarely is he wrong about hearing things, then...
We'll clank over to the hallway that we're looking down the second time. Just stand in the doorway and look.
Yep.
Just sort of stand roughly in the middle of everyone.
Cool.
Yeah, so the second hallway you see goes off into darkness. You see about 30 feet away, the passage hits a T section, goes left and right. You can't see beyond that. There is a small flight of stairs in the middle, so it does lead up a bit higher, about 10 feet up.
I'm just keeping watch there. That's what I wanted.
Going to open this door place
So
thing.
you got the amulet and you hold it up. Nothing seems to happen with this one.
While this is going on, Smoke spider crawls over the roof, over towards Legion, and with his permission perches just on his shoulder and whispers in his ear.
Assumed permission, I love that.
What?
It's not a flinch from Legion, are you?
What did you see or hear?
There's like a wall there. You guys said you wanted me to keep watch.
I whisper again. Have you heard about the good word of Elder?
No.
Oh, well, she got a lot of things to teach you. And then I just go on to a spiel until I interrupted.
I'll begin my sentry rest.
Espouse the manifesto about that.
I'll begin my short rest where I shut down.
As
You
smoke
feel,
continues.
you feel a slight vibration in Legion just stop, and you hear a slight sound of metal on metal. Look down, see his eyes have closed.
You hear a very quiet do 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 do.
Do I perceive that he is not listening?
Oh yeah, it's quite obvious.
The light has gone out of his eyes because they've turned off.
So you feel someone literally turning away and blocking their ears.
No, I'm keeping watch. Like I'm looking. It's just I'm not taking in any information other than visual.
Smoke finds like just a dark corner and just hands over knee, just rocks back and forth and just says, "Well, looks like I'll just have to keep Eldar to myself for a while."
So yeah, you head to the collapsed corridor, and there's a dark little dusty spot in there. You can feel sorry for yourself.
I'm going to immediately pull you out of said dusty little corner and just like, door didn't open, let's go.
Oh, lead the way then.
Oh no, Mr. Robot Man with the lights is going to lead the way.
Oh, yeah, those lights are still on, are they?
Absolutely.
Is that the corridor we want to go down? The one I'm facing?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go that way then.
We're picking.
Before we go too far, I just would
Okay.
like to check something. I'd like to go back to that woman, the necromancer,
Yep.
see if she has an amulet.
She doesn't seem to.
Oh,
I returned it.
She does, but it's the same one
Yep.
you have.
yeah. Figured. Bitch was part of the cult. Yeah, anyway.
Do you want me to try and pull that door?
Yes. No, actually. No. We spent too much time on it already. Let's go.
We'll clear out everything in the rest of it, and then if that's the only door left, we can do it with everything we've got.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
Alright, clank on down.
Yeah, so you head up the small flight of stairs and come to a T-section. To your right, you see about 15 feet down a large stone door. To your left, you see the wall stops quite abruptly about 5 foot ahead and turns right, and you can see just the corner of a door there. And a third door seems to be ahead of you,
All right.
slightly to the right.
Forward, left, or right. Let's go.
Did you want to roll your perception again?
17.
20.
He wins.
Natural 20, 26.
Oh.
Yeah, so the two of you hear a very light splashing coming from the door to the left of you. Then it stops.
We got a winner.
I was going to say, yeah, signs of life, door to the left.
Yep, so you head to the door to the left.
Yep. What type of door is it?
A large stone door. It's got a hole in it where you place your hand to pull a stone lever to open the door.
Oh my god, it's too big.
No, you'd be able to get it in there.
Go on in.
Luckily.
I'll try and turn whatever's in there, whatever mechanism I find.
I was really expecting you to just run up to the door and try to bash it down again.
I don't know, run up.
So yeah, you turn it and with a click the door swings open. Ahead of you, 4 flickering torches in wall sconces light this partially collapsed crypt. An open sarcophagus in the middle of the area is filled to the rim with blood, spilling streaking down the side of the sarcophagus and pulling around its base. The sarcophagus lid lies half buried under rubble behind it. And behind the sarcophagus, you see a small old lady looking quite fearful, staring at you as you enter.
Oh, is it my birthday?
Don't immediately kill her.
Eldas, give me strength. Oh god, what was that?
Luckily you weren't kill her. That's good.
Are you here to help?
Help who?
Me?
Who are you?
Just a florist.
From Baldur's Gate?
Where's your flowers?
I don't have any. They took me. They
I don't know you're florist now, you.
He looks at the trough of blood and just freezes in the spot and rocks a little bit.
If you're a florist, what type of flowers should I give my beloved to let her know that I wish to marry her before the new moon?
A white rose. Single.
I'll immediately shift into like a combat position.
Is that actually right? I don't know.
To be honest, I'm only familiar with the real world's flower code, and even then only slightly.
Smoke,
Is that correct for Baldur's Gate?
Roll a insight check.
Smoke goes.
14.
Oh wow, also 14.
I don't know human flower customs.
Of course
I'm not
not.
going to roll.
Yeah.
It's not one you've ever heard of.
Damn.
I've not heard of this one before, not in Baldur's Gate.
It doesn't sound wrong.
Sounds like you didn't pass the point you had to test.
Well, are you here to help or not?
Look, she's a little old lady we found in a crypt, and she's clearly very disturbed by the trough of blood. Let's, like, get her out of here, yes?
Smoke goes up to her
Yeah.
and just crouches next to her and tells her, You're amongst partners here.
Strangers here.
Good.
I just pat her shoulder. There, you're right. You tell us what happened.
We are seriously going to do something
Okay.
with an accent.
It's pretty good if you ask me.
What accent?
Exactly.
I thought part of the magic was that we didn't notice.
No, we
That's not
do.
part of the magic.
No,
Okay.
no, part of the magic is that he's forced into it.
What magic? I've only known him for 3 days.
Hashtag I don't notice. And yeah, so Smoke just asking her to tell us what she knows or what she's able to.
They were plucking people off the street. I heard about them. I didn't think they'd take me, but here I am.
Yeah, that tracks.
I guess I would roll. No, I believe her.
My apologies, Legion. The first living thing we found with you in tow is not something we're going to kill.
That hasn't been decided yet, has it?
No, it has.
Alright.
Unless for some
I'm
reason,
with the point yet, at this point.
unless for some reason she pulls out a dagger and tries to stab one of us, at which point, you know, all bets are
I don't
off.
even know if she has a dagger.
Exactly.
We'd have to give her a dagger so she could attack us with.
Why?
Whose blood is that?
I don't know. I've been locked in here with it for days.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
I've just decided I don't trust her.
I mean, I'm just going to get her.
I believe her. 7.
Oh. Let's. Okay,
She
let's.
seems to be telling the truth. She's been here for days. It doesn't look like she's had any way out with the door being locked.
Alright.
Is anybody familiar with medicine?
Well, Smoke is.
Yes.
A little bit. Oh!
Does she look dehydrated to you?
I was going to very uncharismatically clank my way over and look her up and down.
Roll a medicine check.
Donk droid over.
Or worse, 8.
She doesn't look well, but she doesn't look too bad. She could have just been put here fairly recently.
You look
actually.
sick.
Oh, I'm not well down here. I just want to get home.
Where's home?
Up in Baldur's Gate, above my shop.
Yeah, let's just get her home, guys. So this is get her out of here. This is
Do you know where Baldur's Gate is?
upwards, like we're underneath it currently.
Great. Good
Yeah.
news. We're very close.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Bad news. I don't trust you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
They do. So the bad news is I don't get to kill you. Now, come on.
That doesn't sound like
Shit,
bad news
force.
to me.
You seem very hard to stab. If she needs carrying, please do.
Just before I walk past that thing of blood as well, I'm going to give her like a side eye and just plunge my hand into it and see if there's anything in there.
I was gonna do that.
Yep, you can get that.
What's your problem with that?
Surprisingly warm still, as if the blood's fresh. But other than that, you don't feel anything other than the stone underneath.
Just want to swish around.
Nothing in there.
Seems like there's evil afoot in here.
It's very warm blood.
I would like to make an inside check on her while, because I haven't done one so far, while he's doing that, when he sticks his hand in the blood. I think that's a good idea.
How does she react to him?
Yeah.
She's already started to shuffle towards the door.
Okay.
Well, whatever, however she reacted, I didn't notice.
Yeah. What a great. Oh well. Yeah. I'll look around the rest of the room as they start shuffling out. If
Yep.
Most of you fleshies are warm when you die and then get cold. If she's been here for days, how come this is warm?
So you have.
can I feel the stone? Is the stone hot?
The stone itself, no. Very cold. It's pitch black underground.
We are beneath heated baths. Perhaps the plumbing comes down here as well.
Why would you have a bath? Wouldn't you rust?
No.
We're not made of iron.
Good point.
Why would they make you out of something that rusts?
They didn't. But you're different to me, so I thought you might rust.
Ah, fair. We do prune if we stay in water long enough. And he freaks out.
Oh yeah, he faints.
I mean, maybe he rusts. You rust? Is that?
Do I roll?
Actually, how have you been handling the water down here? I just realised.
Well,
I've been wading through it.
You walk on the roof, haven't you watched it?
I have been feeling a lot more confident lately. I dipped my toe in once or twice, and I felt nice and relaxed, ever since I got that massage from J-Buzz.
How close are you to the blood thing?
To the blood? Oh, I was with Smoke would have been with the lady.
Not in the throwing
lady is.
He's gonna grab your hand, put it in there, and ask if you're relaxed.
But yeah,
Is there anything else in the room?
yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Fairly plain, just a stone bath sarcophagus with a lid in it, filled with blood. Other than that, the stonework's quite cracked, quite damaged from years of neglect. Moss creeping across the walls.
Smoke would like to ask. Well, Smoke talks to the little old lady. Now, stranger, what is your name?
Oh, my name's Maribel.
I guess it sounds like a real name.
Does that ring a bell for any of us?
It rings a Maribel.
Oh.
Only rings are married.
Ah, dicks.
And what is your shop's name?
It's called the Green Dandelion.
The Green.
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, you've seen the Green Dandelion in the lower district.
Yeah, those mentions of flowers you reacted before, so when they said green dandelion, I was just looking at you like, does that track?
It does actually.
Oh, brilliant.
It's well known for its golden pansies.
Oh, I trust you more.
That's good. Go.
Smoke will George.
Sorry, it's well known for its golden pansies. I lie.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
So Smoke.
I lie poorly.
While that's going on,
don't believe anyone anymore.
Smoke Druid crafts a green dandelion and just pops it between her ear and her head just to like. Now you should feel calm and okay.
Oh, well, thank you.
Everything's okay. Now you've got a little flower in your
I
head.
think it will be okay when we're out of here.
Yeah.
Just gonna lean right in, like crane the neck right down again to the tabaxi and go, good idea, poison her. Then we don't have to feel bad for killing her. Clap him on the back.
And just as quick as he can, Smoke's going to try to put his hand to Legion's mouth to try to shut him up if possible.
Legion used crunch.
It's cold. It's very cold.
I'm now picturing you looking like C-3PO.
It's like a C3PO-ish head, but on General Grievous. With like sharp teeth.
And you are not a protocol droid.
No, not although I do have comprehend languages.
So anyway, yeah, we're just going to escort this old lady out of here because, like, this is a horrible place for an old lady to be.
Yeah.
I tried to catch her out multiple times and it didn't work, so she must be back.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you head back the way you came in?
Oh, yeah.
Smoke is doing a jig while this is going on.
Well,
There be dragons!
that's a nice touch to the star just not being on the map anymore. Brilliant.
Gone.
Where are we?
We're in the bathhouse.
We're off the
dungeon.
map.
Yeah.
Smoke
If you need to wash off your hand, you can here.
Just flick it.
Smoke calls out to see if J-Buzz is around.
Oh, Jesus.
It's still, even after you rest this early hours of the morning, it seems like it's been locked up. And there's no one left here. Although, knowing that this is a hideout, it is a bit strange that it's been locked up. Because you know they've been coming and going from here.
I'm sure we'll find out about that more as we go down. Oh, wait, it's locked. How do we get out? I assume it's locked from the inside, yeah.
Is anyone in rogue here?
Why are you going to call me out of that? Anyway, we'll just unlock the door, let her out. You're in the district that this place is in.
Oh, good.
Bye, Maribel.
Goodbye.
Good luck in your shop.
Your help.
Very welcome.
Smoker's long time, has already forgotten about her and is just ready to go back downstairs.
Yeah.
Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y, tell your friends.
She takes a few steps away and, with a puff of smoke, she turns around as a beautiful woman with white skin and black hair.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'll be telling them, all right.
I can't sleep.
And then she...
At third level.
At third level. Oh. How many D's are you rolling there, my dude?
I have a feeling they might be.
Roll your D's.
Person again.
Your D, how many?
Oh, that's way too many. 5, 7, 9, D. 46. It's not going to work. Yeah.
Roll it.
48.
48. Yep. You cast sleep, and she just grins at you. See an elongated fang, and she twists and turns into smoke and disappears. Different smoke.
Thank you. Do we take a shot every time that happens now?
If we had shots to take, yes.
Well,
Okay, so we just let a vampire out into the world. It's fine. Look this. We've done this before. It turned out fine. The weird demon thing started killing the other demons. It was great.
oh yes, that.
Yeah. That was
Vampires aren't a problem, are they?
not to you.
Fair.
Probably. Kind of a problem for, the general populace, but with the hells on the way, who cares? It's fine.
From what I understand about Avernus, the sun always beats down, and there is fire everywhere. And,
It'll be dead in the week.
Yeah, be dead within the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole bad thing of blood makes a lot more sense.
It does. And it looked a bit like it was a bed. Everything makes more sense suddenly. All right, well, back down to the darkness of horrifics that is.
Next time I get to kill things, all right?
Okay. The next person we come across, you can kill.
Yep.
Deal.
Yep.
Clank, clank, clank.
We are. You go back to where you were.
We have just signed the death warrant of an innocent person. Anyway,
I guarantee you.
which door do you reckon has got the most innocent children behind it?
Ooh.
So you got the door to your right, or the door that was more or less straight ahead from there?
Which one says orphanage?
They both do.
Actually,
One's got the
two
backwards
for you guys.
R.
Which one's spelt wrong? Because that's always the evil guy.
They're both spelled wrong.
Classic.
Evil everywhere we turn.
Yeah, indeed. Which one says dead inside, do not enter?
Straightforward.
What sort of a door is it?
Stone door, exactly the same, all three of them. The large stone doors with the holes with twistable handles.
Right.
Same thing. Twisted door.
Yep. So you're going to one straight ahead?
Yep. Yes, please.
Okay. Slumped against the wall of this plundered, partially collapsed crypt are 4 sleeping men covered in armour. They have their weapons nearby, but they seem completely asleep. Even with the sliding of the door, they don't seem to stir.
Okay. Do they have the marks of the cult on them?
Yes, they look exactly like the ones you fought earlier.
Well, this is perfect.
I'm already walking over to the first one with a spear.
I'm walking over to the second one. How many was that?
4.
Pick your bodies.
As you stomp into the ground, you see them sort of, first one close to you, sort of stir slightly in his sleep, go back to sleep.
Yeah. Hand on the shoulder of the big warforged. Slightly quieter, if that's possible.
Wakey, wakey!
Well,
No, I'm gonna stab.
Okay, roll initiative.
oh shit.
You told me I could stab the next person we saw.
That's true.
I didn't stop you.
No.
15.
For some reason, Smoke didn't either.
No.
These guys are evil.
Yeah, I was like, they got the
19.
marks of the cult. From this.
They could be people that got marked by the cult.
Shush you.
I don't care.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for him to write down numbers. 13.
13. Who's got higher dex over you two?
Oh, out of us two. Probably me. Hopefully me.
I got 12.
I got 14. Good.
Yeah.
I would have been so embarrassed if I didn't have higher dex than you.
The rogue that might be built correctly.
Yeah, right.
Roll your first attack.
Me?
Yep. Good with advantage.
Pat would have had high death.
And it's max damage.
15 plus 7, 22.
Yep, so roll as a crit. So max damage on first dice plus second
6
dice.
plus 5 is 11, plus 4 is 15.
15 points of damage.
Yep.
Oh, they're wearing
I
armor.
don't have a very great weapon. It's just.
Five, you've got 2 attacks.
I do.
Roll your second one if you like.
If you like. Just don't have to.
20.
I choose not.
Yep, roll your damage.
Just critted. So again, it's 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 12. So 15 and then 12.
Cool. How do you kill this sleeping man?
So the first thrust is through the chest, and when I pull it out, he's still not dead. I was going through the face and be like, yeah, I should have gone for the face first.
Yeah, so you straight through the chest and he wakes up and gasps quite loudly, waking the other 3 up. As they blink awake, you go straight through the face, piercing it into the wall.
He sounds like more
his
garbled.
slumps.
Gross.
Professor.
I'm like, then I cast. I summon the knowledge of fire bolts from my hat, and the little symbol glows slightly.
Yep.
Then I zap. Well, fire bolts.
Yeah.
I zap one of the guys. Now,
okay.
is he considered prone?
Yes.
Does that do I have advantage because he's asleep?
Is it
cancels out?
a ranged attack though?
Yeah. I'm just wondering
He's
if
looking
he
for a
just.
straight roll.
Yeah.
Straight roll?
I'll say one. They're slumped against the wall, so they're kind of sitting more than lying prone.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm just going to go swat into his armor.
Saddening.
Yeah, I do.
What'd you roll to hit?
4 plus
An amount.
an amount that isn't on that sheet.
Okay, yep.
will be in a moment, but it's not.
4 plus probably that's
Yeah,
7.
It's not going to be enough to hit a guy in armor.
You pull a firebolt out of thin air and just hurl it forward. Quite a good aim, but you see them scutter for their weapons and it just misses them as they go for it. And the three of them grab their weapons and come to a standing position.
Oh.
Let's see if any of them are not confused enough to make an attack round.
Well.
Alright, one of them
No.
does.
Oh no.
Where is everyone standing?
Well,
Over a body.
I was next to the Warforged.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine the other two were somewhere
I
behind
probably
us.
stepped inside the room.
Just at the doorway, yep.
I would have just been inside the doorway as well.
Yeah, I figured.
Roll a charisma check for me.
2.
This one does not seem too scared to attack you.
I'm not that charismatically scary.
What's your AC?
20.
20. He draws a long sword and swings it at you. A very well struck hit, and it just glances off you and bounces down next to you.
Wrong.
His free action looks startled and terrified.
Is that wrong? Like just what you sound like when someone hits you? Just goes wrong.
No, I just wondering that was the wrong course of action.
So you see him explodes with his arm now down after it glances off at you, and it brings us into your turn.
So, I've got the spear in my hands, so I guess I'll raise the shield up over his head and then push the spear through
Yep.
the exposed sections. For 23 to hit.
That will hit.
For the first attack's only 5 damage though.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the extra attack, I will I can get rid of it.
If you want, I'll let you use the shield now that's up as a strength attack on the way back down.
I can actually remove my spear, like poof it into the ether
Yep.
for a free action. So I'll just poof it in the ether and then just try and grab his throat.
Yep. So grapple check or
Yep. Probably not going to work though with a 12.
12 total?
Actually, no, what's athletics? Yeah, 12.
Yeah, so you go to grab his throat. As he's being stabbed through, he just sort of instinctively pulls back and you can't quite reach him.
Come back here.
Raz.
Ooh, cool. Standing next to the Warforged man, I'm just gonna have to try and stab this man that he is engaged.
Yep.
I'm really hoping this actually hits. Oh, with the rapier. Gotta remember.
Yep.
For... Oh, jeez, please. Oh, god damn, where is it? 14.
You shoot through and as he's pulling back, it just glances off his armor.
Of course. Well, and there's almost... Well, actually, no, I can bonus action disengage to stand, further back closer towards the door.
Yep.
Where I'm hopefully outside of stabbing range.
Yes, for now.
For now.
I mean, any of them could move in the next turn to get you.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, it's room. But you are at their immediate range.
Neat.
Smoke.
Okay, cool. So Smoke will cast Hold Person
Yep.
on one of the cultists that hasn't been attacked yet.
I'll take the closest one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Wisdom save of
13.
Yep, so you reach out and you just see his eyes through his armor just flicker blue and he's frozen in place.
Good. And then to the rest of them, if I can use it as a bonus action, Smoke just wants to call out, "Drop your arms, strangers. Do not resist. This will go horribly for you. We need you alive so we can interrogate you and find out more about what's going on."
Good idea. If they don't resist, they die much better.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I was going to say, we are kind of...
I do have +7.
We are at least partially here for their ears.
And also they're cultists.
Oh, 12?
None of them seem to be listening.
Oh no.
Oh, well, the one that's not engaged and not frozen does turn to sort of glare at you as you say this. You see his armed hand just grip his sword a bit tighter and start towards you.
Don't do it. Don't you dare.
Like, oh no! Rule 1 on adventuring. I focus for a bit, and a golden set of robes appear above my robes, and I say, "Cast mage armor." That's it.
Yep.
no.
Alright.
Oh no.
Please no one hurt the one that I've paralyzed.
That is an interesting trio of die rolls there.
Yep. So, the three soldiers launch into action. The first one is completely frozen in place. Doesn't seem to be able to move at all. The second one lunges forward
At me?
at the Warforged and hits.
With a...
It's not you, don't worry.
No, with
A natural 1.
Okay.
And swings his sword and almost cuts the one you were engaging him to. He's bleeding out. You see his intestines spilling out. He's still up, but barely.
Great job.
And the second one that you're engaged with his natural 2, drops his sword and tries to hold his stomach together. Legion.
You're making this much more fun.
Smoke calls out, I told you so!
You're not wrong.
Now I'm going to try and grab that guy again that's holding his stomach.
With advantage now.
So 20 or 17.
Both will work.
Yeah. So when I grab him, I'm going to use my second action to shove him into the other one and just throw them and try and push them all across into a wall.
Yep, roll a D8, a D6, and a D4 for me in that order.
5, 6, 3.
So you grab him, throw him into the first armoured guard, who then in turn topples into the one that's frozen in place. Can't push him any further. The first one just drops dead, his gut spilling across the floor in a cascade of viscera and blood. And behind him, the other one seems to get impaled on the sword. You see it pierce just through the side. Are you doing anything else in this room?
Yeah, just for the bonus action, summon the spear back and then start to walk forward and just hold it down at the next guy versus just saying, we're done here.
Yep. So one is currently frozen in place with his sword through his companion, who will have to make an escape check next round to escape. Raz.
Neat. I guess. I'm going to try to stab the one that's not being held.
Yep.
For pride reasons.
With advantage, because he is currently held.
Oh, and I turned around, don't do it! Then, don't.
Why?
Why spoil the fun?
But, wait, he might have some info.
There's another one behind him. We're good. Stab.
That's the one that knew nothing.
It's his first day on the job.
That's why he's frozen.
18 to hit.
That will hit.
Thank God. I will happily take my sneak attack damage as well because I had advantage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How's your
13, 14.
poor man's life?
Make it quick.
It's sort of like a novelty arrow that you put on your head, just to, with a rapier and not novelty.
Or an arrow.
Ruin the ears. You guys love your ears.
It's going through the temples. It's fine. Just like in that soft bit behind the the front plate of your skull.
He's very accurate. I love it.
So you pierce straight through the side of his head. Draw it out, and the brain spills out, and he just slumps, still caught by the sword that's held in place with your spell.
I believe he's learnt from experience.
Again, 1,000 yards stare. As I just pull him off the sword, just like, right.
You feel the weave twisting through as you're holding concentration of the spell, and you feel, as he's tried to pull a couple of times, there's no way he can escape this with that one on his last roll. Until you let him go, he's held in place.
I do not let him go.
Well,
I was like,
your ears.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. So what are we doing with this one then? I'll start cutting away at
Use
you.
my
Next
voice.
initiative, you're up next.
I use my words, unless you're doing anything on your turns.
Smoke would like to, assuming he's got some sort of rope in his backpack or satchel or whatever.
Yeah, if I had my backpack and stuff with me in that room, then you've got a rope.
I'm sure you'd have something you could use.
Yeah, rope. Yeah. Smoke would like to use the rope and just tie the hands of the remaining.
I was going to use my action to knock his sword out of his hands with my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
So knock it out. You start tying his hand up.
Yeah, and
You go
feet.
to tie them together. You realise they're sort of a fair way apart, and you can't actually move them together because he's held in place. But you tie it quite firmly around his wrist, so even if he can start moving, he can't move too far.
Yeah.
Should we do it to his ankles as well?
Yes.
If you cut off his feet, he can't walk away.
Yeah, but we also need him to not be in so much pain he can't talk.
Yeah. So once again, you do it. There's a bit of distance between his legs to see he's getting ready to attack, but you figure he's only so far he'll be able to move once he's not frozen in place.
I'll just be cutting off ears as this process is going through.
Yep.
Which takes total up to 38, I believe.
Do you cut this guy's ears off?
What did I just say about he needs to not be in so much pain he can't talk?
That wasn't what he
He
got.
also has to hear us while we're talking to him.
That's also useful.
Afterwards, however, not so much.
And then once
Tell him that.
once that's done, then I release. Oh, Smoke releases, not me. Smoke releases the hole.
Yep. You see him come out of the hole and start trying to move his arms and legs. Look up and see all of you and just stop.
Stop.
His hands.
Down. Down.
Is this some sort of sexual thing?
Well, let's see how it plays out.
He starts backing towards the wall.
No, it's not.
Can I have the other end of that rope?
Smoke hands it to the other end of the rope to Legion.
Just holding on to the other end so he's not going to run away.
Yeah.
And Smoke strides up face to face with this guy and, talks to him. Look, I forget myself. Howdy, stranger. It's not going well for you and your friends here. I think you best play ball with us. Now, what is your name?
One moment.
That is a weird name. Who would have called you something like that?
You
Who is
notice
your mom?
something that these guys have seen before you never have. The dead bodies on the ground start bubbling and you see these black shapes forming around them in the shape of humanoids and they start sinking into the earth.
Only we had a cleric.
If only we had a way of blessing the bodies. Hang on a
If only we
second.
had a cleric who acted as a cleric.
That is gross.
Hang on a second. I'm just going to reach into the bag and think of something to stop their bodies from doing that.
Yeah. You pull it before that it's way too late now.
I see. Makes sense. I mean, but does an item come out anyway?
No.
Damn it.
There is still time for your soul to be saved. Have you heard about Eldath?
Just kill me now.
Oh, why do people keep saying that to me?
Legion, do it!
My emotions.
Legion, do it!
We can make this quick, or we can make this less than quick.
Can I perhaps try a slightly different tact?
Legion, don't do it.
I
Already got my hands on his ears.
I need him.
You do it.
I need him to be able to hear
His hands
this.
off his ears.
If it doesn't work, whatever.
Never do what bad people say. That's my rules.
Don't kill me.
Grab it again.
He's trying to trick you, Legion. He's trying to trick
Do you
you.
need him to be able to hear you?
Yes. I suggest that you tell us all the cult secrets that you know, starting with the most important ones.
Oh, that's a single digit.
I don't want to.
It's normally that doesn't matter.
You cast suggestion?
You see him sort of like
I do.
convulsing a bit, fighting it.
I mean, this normally doesn't happen. It normally works.
Look,
How many times have you tried this? And who have you tried it on?
Students mainly. Well, you're going to find out if they're lying about whether the dog ate their homework or their.
The winged horror is coming soon. They're behind the wall.
Oh.
They're bringing it to us.
Wait, hang on.
Can we get behind the wall? How?
With the amulets.
The process.
Perez has one.
Sorry,
He
who?
has the other. One of the bodies on the ground.
I believe one moment said Van Perez.
Oh.
That thing that we let go.
It's no, I'm the white ghost now.
Wow.
Shush, is what he said.
Why did your friends turn into black mush?
They're powering the ritual.
Do we know how to stop this guy from doing that?
Bless him when he dies.
Bless you. Can I kill him now?
It's, well, okay, when, A, after he dies, B, it's kind of a cleric thing.
Yeah, wait for my spell to end, because then he's told us everything we need to know.
Oh,
And he
right.
knows.
Magic.
Yes, there's magic foot. Alright, well, what else do you know?
A great number of things.
Okay.
Most important to least important.
Yep.
Cult secrets.
Let's start with number 12.
I think Matt understands what he's just said. Don't start with. Listen to him. Listen to the professor.
I cast the spell, he doesn't have a choice.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he cast the spell, not you.
Yeah.
That's what I need to put.
Thank God for that.
I won't make you reveal, like, you know, the routine of dinner, but, you know, anything else that this guy knows that.
We're bringing hell. We will be its new generals.
But hell's here already.
It's on its way.
No, it's not in Baldur's Gate. It's in Elton.
Outro.
Oh, that's what the rich. Oh, we've done a slight bad.
Less bad than normal, from what I understand.
Kill me.
Do so.
Alright. Grab by the ears and just pull them off.
We gonna need, like, holy water or,
I've already pulled his ears off.
Smoke has.
that wouldn't kill him.
Just handing the ears to you guys.
Thank you.
Alright.
Into the bag they go. He's screeching in pain, I imagine.
He's grunting, he's trying to fight it.
Oh, well,
He's
good.
trying to live.
No, just trying to fight. Screaming.
I'm
Trying to die.
I'm going to hand Legion my rapier and say, do you know what a kebab is?
Yeah, and I pull out the spear, which is way longer.
Ah,
And I'm going to go through his rectum.
I was just going to say kebab him, but yeah, go for it.
It's a big long kebab. It takes a while to get it through, but it takes a while to get it through there, but eventually you come out the top and you're done.
Yeah.
So we have, did we sort out the holy water situation?
Oh, Smoke is violently,
All right, he's dead.
Smoke-
Bless you.
violently vomiting on the ground at the side of this.
Smoke, bless the body so that it doesn't power the ritual to bring hell to Baldur's Gate, please.
Smoke is just like points to the pouch, but Smoke just can't stop vomiting.
Alright.
To the pouch where the.
Alright, I'm going to take the pouch. Let's do this.
I'll try a religion check.
I'm going to assist you in that.
My theory is...
Only if you're actually trained.
Yes.
My theory on this is the black stuff went through the
not.
floor, so if I just carry him around on my little kebab spear above the ground, we're good.
The 14, in the name of this holy water and Elder,
For the glory of Tyr.
and Mistra and Bane. No, not Bane!
You see his spectral black form drop to the floor beneath where he's being held and just start sinking into the ground.
Oh, Smoke, we knew he was going to die.
I figured if I held him up on the spear, he wouldn't be able to go through the floor.
Well, I mean, they turn into liquid.
I'm gonna be fair, I respect Smoke's vomiting here. Like, you know, that's, I mean, a pretty grisly sight.
Well, like, no more grisly than usual.
I mean, yesterday I would have probably been throwing up to that.
We're just getting started. And then I put my foot on his butt and pull it back.
You see,
Well, I need the spear!
you see, and usually it's me, and it's
Smoke
my
is out of
ribs. So, like, you know,
like this.
it's. I'll tell you what, it's slightly more horrifying when it's your own body that's being mangled. So, you know, there's that.
You said I had armor. Is anything good?
It's all just standard armor.
Yeah. Ah, jeez.
I use prestidigitate and start cleaning you up from your vomit.
You'll be doing that for a while.
Yeah.
Ding!
Yeah.
But,
Ding! Yeah. Ding!
Now, not
Check before you think he's looking dehydrated now.
but not
You look sick.
but not Legion from the gore.
No.
I'm good. It's like a new paint job.
It's to the point at the moment
faster now?
where anything sick or disgusting happens. It'll be like in one of those animated TV shows where just like projectile vomiting, just no matter what.
Master Roshi nosebleed style.
Clank Yankers is funny when you say
I'm
that.
just gonna drag one of my fingers down the side. Look, it's a racing stripe.
All over it.
Carillion blood stroke.
I've just thrown up all over, and I've unfortunately directed it all over Legion.
Well, it smells just as good as any other battle. Everybody pisses and shits himself in war.
Hey, Professor, can you clean him up so that they don't smell us coming?
Oh, sure. Ding! Just like cleaning Smoke up.
No, Legion of the vomit specifically. He seems okay with the blood.
I don't think I care.
Oh.
I think it's everything or nothing.
Roll a perception check for me.
How'd you feel about being covered in blood and vomit?
Was the trough of blood? Look, I'll clean you all up.
Metallic shrug.
I'll clean you all up, and if you want blood, there's a trough of it in the next room.
You got a point, but that's weird vampire blood.
That's also
I
warm.
ain't messing with the occult.
You're in the wrong spot there.
What?
That's fine. No, that's fine. We get it.
We're missing with the occult, everything we do.
Just
Is
about.
that the ears thing? You guys cult.
No, these guys are cult.
Why are we stealing ears?
Because we're messing with them.
That feels culty.
No. We're getting paid for them.
That's
We're getting paid
mercenary.
money for them. Yeah.
Suddenly in the background, you all hear the grinding of stone on stone from down the corridor.
Ah, Dora.
Oh, I thought it was weight. The magic ingredient was time. Let's go.
What about the other door? Curiosity killed the Tabashi.
It's true, but you're a wolf. So.
Tabashi.
You hear the stone stop, like the door's fully opened.
You hear something from way beyond just groan.
Okay, you open it, and I'm gonna like stealthily check out that other room.
Okay, let's split the party. Great idea.
Well, it's not far.
I'll take the professor because he agrees with most of my actions.
In fairness, the only person who's disagreed with you thus far has been Smoke.
You take the one that spews everywhere.
Oh, that's awful.
Just while this is going on, Smoke takes off the hat.
You look much less attractive right now.
Smoke ignores that, and Smoke is just saying a little prayer, and then just puts the hat back on.
Mostly for his own soul at this point.
Much better.
DM question. Smoke wouldn't know this at this point, but the hat. It's hat or like the liquid. So like, can it be full of? Can I possibly? Would I be able to reach into the hat and like pull it up, like, or have holy water there?
If you'd filled it with holy water earlier, you could have.
Okay, so it's not like a hat.
It doesn't generate.
It's more like a storage thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Long story question. Have you got the list of stuff Ruth had? I think there was some holy water in that. I'm not 100 on that, but I thought
You would have some small vials of holy water on you.
Yeah, it's filled with water at the moment. I remember did that at some point.
There was a time a while ago we took potions from someone and we got holy water, just one bottle of, and that was that. But I'm pretty sure it was there. I don't think you used it. So
I don't think we have either. I think it is in here. And just.
I mean, you know holy water is useful for these sort of rituals, but you have to know the ritual as well to be able to use it effectively in this case.
I probably got it. Just don't know how to use it.
Or score well enough on religion to have your gods aid you.
Professor, can I please have my holy water back? If there's anything left.
Yeah, I only spritzed a little. Yeah.
You spritzed it? What, kind of like aftershave?
Oh, yes. He was shaving very closely. Who knows? I don't know how to do religion-y things.
In the background, you hear the stone sound grinding and starting again.
I mean, yeah. This is why I snuck over there before this conversation.
Over where?
I picked up the amulet from the guy.
Yep.
Yeah, to where the stone door was opening. I wanted to sneak over there and see what was up.
Yep, you sneak over there, you see the doors open. Mm-hmm. You hear them arguing behind you and you hear it closing and see it closing.
I'm going to shout to them, the door is shutting, and run towards it.
Yep. You're there, it doesn't take you much to get through.
Sick.
How far away am I from it?
Well, you'd probably be back in the middle of the corridor, I'm imagining, if you're sort of slowly walking out. So you'd probably be about 45 feet away to get into it.
Okay. I'll just run and dash and put my body in the middle of it.
Yep. Roll a strength check.
Oh my god.
Strength or acrobatics, doesn't matter, they're the same. 14.
14. Yeah, you jam your arms against one side of the door and against the door, and you slow it down, but you feel it pushing you in. You feel a bit of a buckle as a belt pops in your arm.
Gotta go! Time to go!
I hike my robes up and...
The door's going to move a lot faster because I'm laughing. You can't hold on to strong things when you're laughing.
You round the corner and you see him chuckle a bit, and the door sort of slides a bit.
I'm not being hilarious.
I'm already behind him. Smoke, please, for the love of whatever's up there.
Smoke just takes a second just to reflect on what's happened and how many times this violence occurs, looks temporarily in the other direction, and then with a heavy sigh uses Feline's agility to make it over to them.
Yeah, so you run down the corridor, get to the end of the T section, you see to your right the Warforged holding the door open, you jump onto the opposite wall and bounce back and climb along the roof, shooting in just as you feel it giving way, you have to sort of let go.
Yeah.
And the door blinds closed behind you.
Alright, cool.
Brilliant. You find yourself in a darkened 10-foot wide flooded passage that's braced at regular intervals by wooden beams, and old torch stubs are floating on the murky water. Ahead of you hear the sounds of combat.
Ooh.
Is this yours? This bolt?
Thank you very much.
You'll probably need
Next I rest, I will resolve this issue.
Someone has mending.
I'll go through the troubleshooting process.
indeed.
Smoke is no way going to help mend him.
I mean, look,
If you flat out refuse.
That was my job on the barge.
yeah.
Sometimes we need a good screw to recover during our rests.
This certainly helped me.
Okay, but
Screwing and getting hammered.
yeah, but combat.
But combat.
Let's go. It's a darkened corridor as well, so I'm going to sneak
Smoke is regretting that first.
Just to
joke.
go to the description
Tell
again.
the story.
Corridor with like wooden beams across holding it.
And a
apart.
few pillars up as well.
Okay, and then combat on the other side of whatever it is.
Combat seems to be coming up, echoing down to the left around a corner you can't see. To your right, there is another small door leading into what you can only assume would be another area.
Combat's happening now. Let's go.
Look, if there is combat happening here and there's evil afoot, that might mean we might have an ally somewhere down here.
That's why I'm suggesting we go and stop talking about going.
Let's go and stop talking about it, everybody.
You might want to have some solid food and a glass of water before you go down there, though. So yeah, it's
Professor, are we already going?
I'm already going.
Quite a smart one.
Thank you.
Why am I going? I don't know.
Yep, I don't know either.
So, wizard leading the way from
Yep.
the party, good to know.
Yep, wizard and rogue front and center.
Yeah, sure. Negative charisma, that's the same as you, isn't it?
Probably.
It's the same as me as well. Good God.
Well, the two of you,
Yeah.
round the corridor, you see for another 40 feet or so ahead of you, same thing, braced stone corridors.
Yep.
You
Well,
hear a
we can see.
pained shout coming from ahead.
Okay.
Beyond the hall, a flooded chamber opens up with rough-hewn steps climbing to the south, north, and northeast. The floor buckles up above the waterline, in the middle of the room, forming a small island. Corpses and doused torches float in the water around the island, atop which two men circle each other with weapons bared. One of the men, a tall, unarmoured brute with a great club and a scarred face, towers above his opponent, who is gravely wounded. The smaller figure is muscular and bare-chested. He clutches a bloody dagger in one hand and a torch in the other. He has no flesh covering his exposed skull.
The bigger man, he wouldn't happen to look like a certain orc war chief we all know, would it?
No.
Dang it. That would be great.
Special delivery! Our backups arrived! And I'd like to head down there.
Yeah, Legion, we probably want to kill the skull man.
Which one?
Man with exposed skull.
Okay!
Coming right up.
I'll throw the spear.
Yep. Alright, everyone roll initiative. That will be a surprise round.
I like to make Smoke was on you, just threw Smoke instead.
Just reach back for the spear.
Oh, we gotta do that.
I'm not proficient in gap.
Kitten cannon.
You have to train me like a train horse.
Yeah. All you have to do is lie still and I can throw you.
What are our scores?
13.
13?
12.
Yep.
10.
The singular one. Not often seen on initiative.
It's true.
More natty one.
That one?
Oh, I got 3.
I was going to say, a 1 on initiative is rarely seen.
Well,
Unless you're on a Monday game, then 5 always rolls 0. So, true, rarely a 1.
Yeah. Well,
what was yours?
I had an 11, so 13.
13. Alright. You throw your spear. Roll your attack.
Oof. 10.
ooh. That is low.
Yep. Now you're throwing a spear from a fair way away. You see it sort of go right between the two fighting men, catches their attention briefly for a second. Your party members are getting ready to fight. Being at the top of the initiative, you've got another shot. You're about... you would have around the corner. You're about 50 feet away from where you can see them fighting.
Alright. I'll move in 30 feet. And then I'll throw... No, I'll take the bonus action to resummon the spear back to my hand.
Yep.
And then throw it. Not much better, 13.
13.
At the exposed skull one, because that's who they're told
Does
to
not
attack.
hit.
And then I'll free action pull out the dagger that they gave me that's in my roots.
Yep.
And throw that too. Worse.
Oh.
11.
Both your weapons just glide past as he sort of...
Stop moving!
Just sort of ducks a bit to the side and makes eye contact with you. You just see a dead black hole in his skull.
You are creepy and weird.
That's why I want to kill him.
Sure.
Yeah, you see the man with the great club take advantage of his distraction, swing it down on him twice, hitting him.
There you go.
Well,
That's a lot of D4.
Bludgeoning the skull, you see it crack slightly, which brings us to Smoke.
Would Smoke have any idea of what kind of entities? Like, are they be humanoid, undead, possibly?
You'd immediately think it would be. It's hard to tell, actually. It looks undead, but it doesn't have the same sort of aura of undead that you felt before.
How far away would they be?
From you, about 50 feet.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to move ahead 20 feet.
Yep, so you're 30 feet away.
Yep, and I'm going to cast Create Water
Okay.
and attempt to, like, drop it over them.
Okay, with the desired effect being.
With the desired
wash
effect
them
that it might make them, like, hopefully they feel a bit of the horror that Smoke feels when it's to do with water, but to attempt to make possibly slip and slide and.
I feel like the grandma in the streets that hoses down people that are fighting.
That's exactly.
Fighting!
That's exactly what I'm going for.
I love it.
Yeah, so you create water and make it rain above them in a 30-foot area.
Yeah.
It washes over them, they seem unperturbed.
Well, I tried. Yep. And then I was like, bonus action. I say, please stop fighting. You're better than this. And then that's it.
Raz.
Cool. I'm first going to point out that one of them has an exposed skull for a head, so they're probably not better than this. See, I'm wondering if it's just easier to levitate Legion and throw Legion at them. But
I'm not disinterested.
yeah, I was gonna say, thus far, it seems like it would be more effective than everything else I've tried to do.
If you want to do that,
3 times.
Your action, I'll allow you to do one bonus melee attack if you get within range.
Okay, I can probably throw them 30 feet with a levitate.
So that'll take you a full round, but yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna do that. I assume that Legion is willing to be magically levitated and thrown at
It's going to be a
dudes.
surprise, but
Yeah.
I've dealt with worse.
For a second, then you see yourself aiming towards the enemy. That's all right then.
Yeah, that's good.
I've got no weapons in my hands though, so I mean, can I like grab him? Just want to like grab the skull.
Yeah, you can do a grapple check.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like pick you up by your feet and just like shot put you forward.
Not great. 16.
16.
I killed for a 16.
Yep. You go to grab his head, and he just grabs you with a bony hand and rips your metal hand off with surprising ease.
I will laugh very loud. But I'm just going to keep going, I assume, if he's thrown me.
As I understand it, that is how momentum works, yes.
Yeah, so you've got about 10 feet past.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we got a party!
Oh, God.
He seems, while annoyed by you, much more interested in this man in front of him.
But yeah, that one's actually hit him. I've done nothing so far. So, how heavy can you levitate as well? As a question.
Up to 500 pounds, I believe.
I think that rings so.
Yeah. How heavy are you?
Last I checked, it was like 400 pounds or something.
Alright, so you see him with a dagger in his hand. It just flashes from his bony fingers, and he stabs twice very hard into this man, who yells in surprise as blood gushes out from his stomach. He's already quite hurt. He's looking much worse for wear now. And he turns, and you see his eyes gleam with a ray of colours inside. Who's within 30 feet of me?
Me still.
Oh, I am. Smoke move forward 20 feet.
Those two, yeah.
Yeah.
Make
You didn't.
It depends on how big the room is. I'm sort of at the
Oh, yeah, you're like 50 feet away.
You'd be out of range of 30 feet of him.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom save for me.
Ooh.
Loof.
No, that's not good.
That track.
Wisdom?
Yep.
5.
10.
You see these flashing colours in his eye socket, and you're just stunned and you can't move. So you're stunned till the end of your next turn now.
Me too.
Sure. Yes. Monbeck.
I would like to slowly walk forward.
Oh, wait. Shield of Sanctuary? I wouldn't count for the saving
No.
throw, would it?
No, it's not a target.
That's for a
Yeah, sure.
Now, I don't know if it'd be Arcana or Religion, but I have the same dice pool either way. I would like to spend maybe even a full round trying to work out. This is clearly a ritual of some kind. I want to work out how to give them the exact opposite effect of what they're trying. Not necessarily the exact opposite, but I want to work out how we can stuff it up in the
I was
moment.
like, does this feel like a ritual room? Is the question.
Yes.
More than the point, you immediately look at it and you don't think it's a ritual. You think the person with the skull down here is probably here to do the ritual, be part of it, but this other person is interfering already by stopping him from being where he needs to be.
Well, I mean, we've already called out kill the skull guys.
Yep.
You've made your choice as to who I'm going to try and kill.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, at that point,
Please.
do I think that this guy is considered a humanoid?
Humanoid, yes. You would think so just by his general shape.
Humanoid.
I cast hold person on him.
Oh.
I would say if I could actually talk.
What's your DC?
15.
That's a wisdom save.
That would be correct.
Well.
Yeah, so you cast hold person. What does your hold person look like?
Let me try to remember. My eyes go black. Similarly, the white comes at them for a moment and pulses, and their eyes sort of glow white and lock if they get locked.
Yeah. You see his eyes glow white for a second, but there's just nothing to actually hold with no eyes there, and it just dissipates the whiteness.
Does that feel to me like he's just immune?
It feels like he's saved.
Okay.
Rough.
Anything with your bonus or reaction?
Get the skull guy!
That's what we're trying.
I don't respond.
Legion.
I'm stunned and floating away, I assume, at this point.
Yes, you are. So you fly another, I'll say 15 feet.
Well, I
fly
can-
down with momentum.
Yep.
Nah.
So you still be within attack range next round.
Is it automatically over, or do I say...
It's automatically over now.
That's fine.
For one turn.
I can't talk at the end of my turn.
No. Who's next? It's not me, is it? It might be me.
So you see this giant humanoid clutch its stomach and swing
Trying to
violently
hit it, like, at this point.
back. And just can't seem to hit as he's trying to retreat a little bit.
Well, this is unfortunate.
He does actually start retreating. And you see the skull humanoid swing at him with a dagger but miss as well.
Okay.
As he steps down to knee-deep water and starts walking backwards in a defensive position.
Okay.
Which brings us to Smoke.
So we're having a good breeze.
Oh, good idea.
That's my turn.
Raz.
Okay. I'm gonna move forward 30 feet. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast a mage hand and have that just sort of around, and I'm gonna chuck one of my magical throwing knives at them, at the skull boy.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to hit. 11.
Does not hit.
Yeah. But luckily I don't lose the knife, so that's good.
We're all on fire today.
Oh, I know, right?
Speaking of fireball,
Okay.
Great bonfire?
That's what I was worried about.
Well, it's only one dude. I do have fireball. But at the moment, I think I'd get you guys.
I have not
Yeah.
died.
Well, it's a 30-foot radius, and
Fireball.
like he's on the edge of it.
It's a 20-foot radius.
20-foot
We'd
radius.
all be hit.
No, we actually wouldn't.
Well, it depends on where you aim it. Sure.
You floated.
I'm not casting
You
a
floated further.
So, the
25
man with the vampire, that skull rushes forward, slashing again with a knife, cutting deeply. As the man bellows, you see him, he's at the end. He's not far.
You'll see
back.
Smoking with the distinct feeling that you
Yes.
need to stop him from dying.
How healthy does the guy who has no face for a face look?
Looks like he's basically unhurt. He took a bit of damage from the first attack,
There's some minor cracking on his skull. But
but he doesn't look like this other man's even hit him.
I'm just going to try hold person again.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Magic missile, but I have a feeling I need a more immediate solution. I think that sounds promising.
it does.
Yep, you cast it on him. He's rearing back with his dagger over his head, ready to stab the man again, and just freezes in place.
Hit him now! I don't know how long I can hold him.
How long can? Ooh, that's terrifying.
Everyone has a round to attack. You all have advantage to hit and will do max damage on any hit with a crit.
Kill the other guy. We're gonna have some fun now.
Yep. As part of my turn, I'm going to return Legion to the ground so he can actually control
He's
himself.
got the torch still in his offhand.
A torch.
Yeah, you said he had a torch in his hand.
Yes, it'd be down by this side, dagger on the other hand.
Good, because my dancing lights just went out. I don't actually.
There are a few that are around the room as well.
Okay.
Alright, well, first things first, if he's stunned. Is that held?
Held.
Does that mean they fail dex and strength checks automatically?
Dex, I'm not sure about strength off the top of my head.
With his natural one, I'll say yes.
Well, then I'm just going to first of all grapple him so that when the hold drops, we've got him. And then from there, with just holding grapple on one hand, I'll draw my short sword and try and, well, hopefully successfully drive it into him.
So every attack will have advantage.
Yep. So 17 or 20.
Both will hit.
And
Max damage.
yeah, so 6 plus 2, 8. Oh no, it's just max damage, that's it.
Max damage
Sorry.
on both as a crit.
10, and then action surge.
So max damage on crit. So if you roll a d6, it'll be 12 plus your bonus.
Okay.
So as if you roll 2 dice for a crit, but they're both maxed out.
Oh,
Oh, it wasn't a crit 20, it was just a 20.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
This guy got a natural 1 on his saving throw.
Yeah, so
Being
so
Getting
it's
murdered.
8 plus 4 is 12
Yep.
for the first attack, and then he's grappled. Action surge, 2 more attacks. 12, 19 is a hit.
Yep.
Hits crit. That's 15 damage. And then the last one is 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 11 damage.
He's looking very hurt.
I hope so.
yeah.
I also feel like making a good call because they're not magic missile now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just keep that grapple on.
And it's within 5 feet.
Yeah, so the coup de grace of this whole situation is I'm just going to run up, try to and stab him with the rapier, but also toss the hand crossbow to the hand so that it can shoot him in the face.
Yep, so this other man pulls his club back and brings it down his skull. You see it start cracking in. He's looking much worse for wear.
Oh, good.
You see him start to fall apart.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just going to stab into his body with the rapier.
Yeah,
Hopefully 19.
that hits.
Yep. And going to shoot him with the crossbow as well.
You got more than 19 in that roll.
Did I?
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
No,
No, not that. Yeah.
Hits.
The crossbow might actually miss though.
Yes, I will.
8.
That does miss.
Yeah. Alright, cool. But if we're critting and he's grappled and I had advantage and whatnot, and these are all just maxed out, right? So 16 plus 12 plus 2.
Wow.
Plus what?
That's one.
14 plus 30 points of damage.
Points of damage.
Nice.
I forget you only have +2 today.
Yeah, it's scary.
That's what I have.
I know. Not dead.
Oh no, it sounds weird.
Not dead.
Well, it looks dead.
I think it was dead before.
You know what? It may have been, but that's
Well, it's a
not
whole person, so I don't know if it's limp in my hands yet.
My whole person wouldn't have worded on an undead.
Is that so the guy that's got the exposed skull? He's still standing.
Yep.
Jesus.
He's held in place.
Okay. Having been many times in a row now, Smoke is just like no one's giving him the time of day and just listening. He just goes up to within 10 feet.
Are you going to espouse the manifesto of Eldath to the man with a skull for a head?
Dedicated to Eldath.
And I just point a finger towards him. Just cast Guiding Bolt at his face.
Yep.
I just had enough of this shit.
Is going got a save or a roll a hit?
Roll.
It's just it's roll a hit.
Yeah.
So you said with advantage?
Yep.
Cool.
It's like a pinata, boys.
Ugh. Jeez. That's not good.
Dibs on the dagger.
11?
Plus 5 to hit.
So yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't realize that way. Alright.
15 is the AC, so if you got 11 plus 5, it will hit.
Oh, no. 11 was end of the day.
Oh, then it does not hit.
Oh, that's very sad. I so wanted the guiding bolt to hit him and just his head to explode.
Smoke just sighs and just Smoke will step in between him and the other guy.
Yep. And Professor.
I'm still holding him by the skull.
Just in case.
Boop.
That's not a. I take inspiration from my good friend Smoke, and miss.
Excellent work.
I'm surprised you didn't take inspiration from your good friend Raz. Oh my god.
And miss.
Oh well, that makes it also make all assumptions.
I'm literally holding the pinata still for you. You're not wearing a blindfold and we didn't even spin you around. How did you miss?
I can't see in the dark. Oh, it's not dark.
That much damage. after you've all whacked at him, hit him, cast spells at him, you feel him a bit lighter and you realise you're just holding his skull and the body's collapsed to the floor.
He's
I'm
underwater.
still yelling at one back there. And you still me? Oh, hang on.
You gotta let me do this. Bop!
You just hear a low rumble. Oh, fuck, a little help over here.
It's Geralt.
Hang on, does this one have ears?
Smoke goes over and casts Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Yeah, how much HP does that give back?
2d8 plus 3.
Yep.
I will take the skull off your hands.
Does it have ears?
No.
Okay.
But I am going to take. I'm going to take the skull just purely because, like, you know,
3 each time.
we need some sort of proof.
7, 10,
Alright.
13 points.
13, yep.
Back.
Oh, fuck. It still hurts, but that's a bit better.
Don't get greedy.
Thanks.
Could we make sure this guy doesn't do the shadow thing?
I thought I
Yes.
had this.
Smoke, please.
Bless you.
Bless the body.
They get some holy water out, dip 2 fingers in it, and just be good in the name of Eldar.
Oh yeah. I'll have his skull for you, so you can do it to his skull.
Religion check.
Oh, jeez, I'm done. Possibly forever.
Oh, you haven't consulted your religion? How weird for a cleric.
Shush you.
Just let me check my holy book.
That's a natural 11 plus 0.
Zero. What?
Yep.
Yep, you cast what you assume is a ritual to stop this from happening.
Good. I'm sure you
So it gets
I
better.
must know what's happening.
We are. We really are just a cavalcade of fuck ups, aren't we?
That's why, I really felt that. I really felt the loss of Clary. She was good at this shit.
Yeah, she was.
The heroes who will prevent hell from coming to Earth. Oh.
I can do it.
Oh.
Why would you prevent it? It sounds like great fun.
Well, you can go to Elturel. I'd rather it not come to Baldur's Gate, though.
I looked at the name of the module. I don't think we're avoiding this.
It's fine. I'm taking the dagger and looking for other useful, interesting things.
Hello, friend. Sorry I was so useless earlier.
Thank you for saving me. I thought I had it then.
Oh.
Mortlock, by the way, and he holds out a big, thick hand to shake yours.
Oh, is this yours?
Yeah, I'll extend my stub.
Grab that and shake it without even seeming too perturbed.
Feel about that.
Yes, I would like my hand back. I'll put that with the bolt.
We can hold it there, and
Yes, over a long rest, I can reattach it.
Hold on.
I'll cast mending.
All right.
As you get closer, you find that this man's face is disfigured from burn marks as well.
I cast Mending on his face.
Doesn't seem to work.
No,
He seems
shit.
rather confused as you reach out your hand and cast magic on him.
It's Geralt. Actually, what's your name, friend? As I'm like rummaging through the open canopy robes.
Mortlock.
Good to meet you, Mortlock. Are you down here to kill cultists?
Yes.
Cutting off their ears?
Useless fucking pricks. Kicks a skeleton on the ground.
Okay, but cutting off their ears.
Why am I cutting off their ears?
Good. I was asking them the same question. But they're doing it and they're having a lot of fun, and that's great. That's all I want. Everybody to have a good time.
We're having fun?
Do you mind a bit of...
Are you not having fun?
What about
I mean, I must admit.
I'm surprisingly enjoying myself.
what about Smoke? Smoke's seen a lot of death.
You seem like you're having fun. You're throwing up. It's like a good party.
Well, good is subjective. So
If I
what?
could eat, drink, or throw up, I would do those things.
Okay, so if you're not here for the bounty, then what are you here for? Murtlock. I should have written that down. That would have been a smart idea.
Mortlock.
Mortlock. Thank you. Yes.
Because my fucking brothers set me up to die.
Oh,
Be dead now if it weren't for you lot.
are they cultists by chance?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Does your culture, just checking, believe in life debts?
Yes. And I owe you mine.
Oh, that's convenient.
I invoke the law of surprise.
You can call dibs on that if you like, because I feel like it's going to be most useful for you.
No, I think smoke saved your life.
I'll repay the favour. What are you down here for?
Well, as we learned about 10 minutes ago, trying to prevent a ritual to, let hell swallow Baldur's Gate.
It's all just talk, I reckon.
Well, happened to Elturel already.
Oh yeah, different cultists. My family paid these ones. Useless pricks have no idea what they're doing.
Sorry, your family. What's your last name?
Van Thamper.
Can you say
Did you
that?
say vampire?
Van Samper.
Sounded a lot like you said vampire, guys. We've already dealt with one of them in here. I'm just
Did
saying.
you let the fucking vampire out?
No.
We let an old lady out.
Who then
There
turned
was a
into a
vampire
vampire?
afterwards.
Yeah.
The process was confusing.
I'll tell you all you're useless if you didn't just save my life. Fuck.
Well,
What trouble to deal with now?
Well, look, I mean, we'll admit that when we're out of here. After we get our gold for 30 years.
I think you just did it.
Shush, you.
So, this ritual, is there like some sort of secret, I don't know, altar room or something you happen to know of?
What the fuck's happening to him? You see this skeleton turn into a black form and sink into the ground.
They all turn to this like black mush, and everybody's like, we're gonna bless them before they go, and they won't do it, and then we bless them and nothing happens.
Can Smoke try again? Do I still
Very
have my
well.
Smoke already did it.
Why were you in this room?
I was betrayed. I was coming to check on them, make sure they're doing their jobs and killing people in the city.
Sorry, what?
Excuse me?
You work for the people that kill the people in the city?
No, they work for my family,
Oh, and your family wanted to be rid of you for whatever reason.
apparently.
I see. So now we're up close. He is a human, yes?
He looks at least half orc, but he is probably a very large, buff human.
Right, got ya. Yep.
I do have to ask another question. What's with this dude's face? Or lack of?
Oh yeah.
Like, how do you walk around without a face?
Was there a body underneath the robes, or was it just bones?
Face off.
Body.
There was a proper body.
Yes.
I've made a man walk around without a face before.
Oh. Is that what happens when you sell yourself to pain? You just lose
You
your...
saw what my club did to him. Tough son of a bitch. You don't get that way without some help.
You
Makes
tore
sense.
his face off with your club.
No, he tore his face off to prove his worth.
To Bane.
Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He was either going to die or come back as his conduit. Guess it worked.
Well,
So he was conned.
yeah, I was going to say, now Bane's got one less conduit in the world. Yeah, good for us.
Well, if you made it this far, I guess you killed most of them then.
Not enough, if I must say so myself.
We've killed slightly more than he has, but yes.
You've heard talk of some winged one, though.
Wind.
A
Winged.
winged demon devil thing.
Oh, yes. That's
Friendly
all
ghost?
about summoning some creature from beyond. All that bullshit. They're paid to kill people, that's all.
Well, I mean, there was a group of elfish people who were doing that in the city.
Doing what?
Taking people, putting them in a different dimension with a demon thing for it to eat. So it seems like they might have some know-how on how to do it.
Interesting.
Well, if they're not meant to be doing this, they're breaching their contract.
I really don't like how you said interesting, but okay.
Guess
Well, the
it doesn't
emphasis
matter to
on
me
farm.
anymore if they want me dead.
Well, that's a good point. But yeah, in any case, you'll help us kill off the rest of the cultists, and
I think you've done the job yourself by the looks of it. Didn't see any on the way down.
Oh,
Well, shall we go back home? It seems to be like it's all over.
well, I mean, there is. How do we get out from here,
But
lads?
that guy said that the shadows are going to the ritual. Or helping the ritual.
Do those shadows still go down?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's someone
Question,
coming
I may
down.
have misheard it. Is there water in this room?
Yeah, it's mostly flood except for this island that you're probably staying on at the moment, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And the few drops that I created.
Yep. So now slightly dampening the top of it.
Oh,
Is there any chance? I mean, this is a long pull, but is there any chance we can locate if water is able to go down through the ground? Draining anywhere?
It would take a while. You could search the floor in the corners of the room.
yeah,
Have we actually asked, is there more than one entry into this room?
yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
We can leave through the top. There's some rooms up there.
Oh,
Not just the top up there.
oh.
Room down there. They kept their treasure in it.
Ooh. I hear that's good.
I was gonna say, is there what now?
Treasure, loot, things they took from the dead.
Smoke has already gone off. in that direction.
Yeah.
Yep. So everyone starts heading that way.
Yeah, if you want cool stuff, come this way.
Just gestures. There's a small cave that seems to lead off. As you're heading over, you hear a slight rumble in the ground. It starts growing louder and louder, and all the torches extinguish. And you hear a screech and a flap of wings in the darkness, and that is where we're going to break.
Found it.
All right, we'll be back shortly. Make sure you stay tuned to find out what is in the dark.
Ooh.
And welcome back, everyone. As you may remember, the torches are dimmed and you hear the loud flapping of wings. A slight purple glow emanates from the middle of the room to where you see the winged horror materialise.
The smoke calls out.
No.
Pork!
It is not Hawk, it is in fact what looks like a giant flying crab with twin pincers.
Hello.
Pulsating slightly, black shell glowing purple.
No! Yes! No! Flying those bastards! They've done it! Yes, they've done it!
This is me. Smoke is like.
Yes!
You wanted flying crabs? You got flying crabs.
Yes!
I'd rather than flying that inside my body.
What?
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 I'd rather flying than
What?
on my body.
What?
What?
Next you just hear him look, oh fuck. I'm sticking around for this and he starts hobbling off down the corridor.
You little.
Wait, you owe us, stranger. What about that debt? Life debt.
What are you doing? Run!
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? You know what? If the man who was 1v1ing Weird Skull Man wants to run away, I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody wants the treasure?
Oh wait, can we get this?
Oh, sorry, just to retcon, as you got towards it, there were a few large locked chests, gilded in gold, that looked quite expensive
Wait.
on a mound of stone.
Okay.
Guys!
I'm grabbing a chest.
Hell!
Check.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't actually know how that helps the
13.
situation.
They seem like they're being stuck to the stone somehow.
We gotta go.
Oh! We gotta kill this thing. My hell's coming.
Alright, fuck it. We gotta shoot it. Alright, shoot it.
Fireball!
Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, that seems alright.
Can we do?
Oh! The 20 rolled onto it too.
Rolling.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of point roll.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty
Worse.
bad.
Alright, 20 and up. 15 to 20.
Skip straight to 0 to 5.
No, not
Between
quite.
15 to 20? 10 to 15?
13.
13.
That's better than I thought.
How is that the
5 to 10?
That's higher than average so far.
8.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
0 to 5.
4!
3. Oh my god.
No, I take that back. 4 plus 1.
Who's got the higher dex? Wait, you do. Because it's 14.
I'm a freaking cat. How do I not have
But I
high?
get higher dex.
So,
How do I not have high religion?
because you said you would cast it before combat side, cast your fireball.
I also said I shot it, but
The
okay.
dex.
Please.
Safe, yes.
Yep.
Well, that's unfortunate. 8d6.
Let's see.
32.
So, casually, just.
Yep. You cast fireball at this thing and you see its purple shell shiver as the fireball hits it and explodes and doesn't seem to damage it at all.
Yes! No!
10 points for accuracy. 0 for damage.
This is a really unfortunate roll for you. It made it immune to magic and natural 20 on a save.
Oh.
That's depressing.
Alright, starting initiative. Raz.
Does he pass that knowledge
Yep.
along?
Holy god! Okay, so it didn't look like it got hurt by the flames, yeah?
No, you saw it shiver purple across its black carpus and it just dissipated.
Go, Genesi boy.
It looked
So dexterous.
impressive and it lit the whole cave up. Fire sparking everywhere.
A very impressive fireball that did jack diddly shit.
Exactly.
Cool. I'm gonna run up and try and stab it in its soft underbelly. Hoping it's soft. Please. A 17.
17.
No, 19.
19 does hit.
My god. I need a d8 now. For a grand total of 4.
And what sort of damage is that?
Piercing.
So 4 damage?
Yeah.
Is it 2 damage?
Is it 2 damage?
Legion. Unless, have you got any bonus or free actions?
I will cast Mage Hand with my bonus action.
Yep.
And remain
Mage
in
Hand
melee
is-
range of it for some reason.
Legion.
Seafood dinner! I will bonus action my spear into my hand as I run towards it.
Yep.
And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try and run up next to our Genasi friend and just spear up into the old underbellies.
Cool. Roll to hit.
You're going to
First roll is bad, it's 11. And the second attack at a different point of its body is 21.
21 will hit.
Thank you.
First one sort of gleans off its natural line. The second one you manage to find a crevice and just jam it straight in.
For 8 damage.
8. Alright. What are your ACs?
Well, lower than that.
20.
20. To hit you, 24.
As it was a pincer or what?
Yes.
As the pincer tries to come in, I'm going to duck in a little bit and more steel forms around me. I'll cast
Yep.
the shield spell.
Yep, so you feel
25.
this giant pincer hit you and you feel the power of it as you shudder underneath its weight, but you don't get hurt by it.
Wrong.
You, on the other hand,
Who?
you.
Ooh, neat. How much to hit me?
You are standing underneath it.
How much to hit me though? How, like, what was the
26.
number? Yeah, okay.
That's quite a okay. That's a large number.
It does 12 damage as a pincer just comes through and hits you with the blunt edge.
Well, you know what? At least I'm not getting stabbed. Yet.
What's your...
How many feet does a crab have?
29.
There you go, this is an ironic one. You see the small black eyes on the crab's head pulsate with magic light, and all of a sudden you just find all of your weapons are on the ground in front of you, none of your hands.
This is why it costs Mage Hand.
Which brings us to Professor.
I pick my quarterstaff back up. I'm like, well, fine, gold didn't work. Old bread and butter, magic missile.
Yep.
10 force damage.
10.
Tell me that your magic missiles are sticks of butter.
No.
Oh.
They're small,
Magic missiles, like-
they're small stars. They split up, always split up into 7, form the symbol of Mystra, then reform into the number they are, so 3.
They fly forward, hit the compass, bounce back slightly, and then just penetrate in. And you see underneath the soft lines of flesh light up slightly.
Gross.
This room is basically empty,
Most of it, it's basically a cabin with a small island
so
on
there's nowhere I can get partial cover or anything like that.
it. You could move back towards where the treasure wall was and get quarter cover.
I'll do that.
Ooh.
Yep. Yep, you've got 6 feet from taking out your weapon, but you would be able to make it back there because you're basically there to start with. Smoke.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to put my fingers towards touch my holy symbol, which is still on my head, I hope. And I'm going to yell out to this beast.
Oh no.
And go back to oh god, how do it? Go
Is this how you're going to do it?
back to hell, you filthy demon! And I'm going to use channel divinity and attempt to turn undead it.
Yep, you cast your spell and you feel it twist and attempt to take hold, but it's not undead.
I was going to say, who wants to tell them that it's like...
Are you yelling
not
at
undead?
me?
Well, I mean, you're not undead either.
I
probably.
think I just realized that if you said that out loud.
Back to Raz.
Oh, neat. This is a quick little time. Okay, I'm going to get my mage hand to pick up my weapon and give it to me so that I don't have to spend my action doing that.
Yep.
Or don't have to spend my movement doing that, sorry. I'm going to try and give it another stab. Oh, useful for a 12 to hit.
That does not hit. Glances straight off its natural armour. You see a line of sparks and it does.
Oh, awful. Truly, truly awful. Look, I don't think there's much I can do from under here other than try to stab it, so I'm just going to hang out under here and try to stab it some more.
Yep. Legion.
Have you ever seen the stage play Moana? I'm going to try and
Not recently.
climb on its back.
That's a large creature. Make a strength athletics check to get up there.
The 20 unnatural.
Yep. So you grab one of its large twisted legs and throw yourself up and just start clambering up with your hands and end up on top of its hard shell.
Yep.
You see the large wings speeding next to you, keeping it hovering just above the air.
And while I'm up there, I'd like to summon my spear again with a bonus action and start to pierce down at it.
Yep.
Just the old poking holes in the ground. With a 22,
That hits.
and the second one is a nat 1.
That does not hit.
No, I didn't imagine so. But the first one is 9 damage.
9 damage.
Please.
Cool.
I sense a pincer in my future.
As do I.
It goes to swing both its claws at the only target left in front of it, which is you.
Awesome!
And as it does, you see a spear pierce down through it a little bit and knock it off balance, and it misses.
Cool.
It's both.
Cool. Very cool. Very good.
And I'm yelling out, shiny!
What's your max?
HP.
HP, 32 if I'm full.
Then you see its small stalks of eyes turn and look at you and they flash.
Oh, bastard. You're not making me drop my weapons again, are you?
No, make a wisdom save for me.
Ooh, these are always fun. 18.
18?
Yeah.
You feel it get inside your head, trying to twist your thoughts, but you sort of manage to push it out just in time.
Not that again. There's always things trying to take control of my mind.
Professor.
Well, worked. I poked like half of one eye out, and I was like, magic missile! 11 damage.
11. Oh, yep. Your magic missiles hit it, and this time it doesn't light up. It seems to get absorbed by its carapace. It doesn't seem to damage it.
My magic!
Roll a quick arcana check for me.
Magic!
15.
It seems like it's changing what it's immune to and resistant to.
Oh dear.
At will, which is round by round.
Oh, right.
You might want to get immune to spears in a minute.
It might. There is only piercing damage hitting it from you and I.
Smoke.
So I would have noticed, Smoke would have noticed that the magic hasn't been having much effect. So he's going to take out his trusty crossbow
Yep.
and say, "Take this, you foul beast!" And then it's just going to shoot for where the wound that they've been stabbing into from underneath.
Yep. Roll to attack.
Cool. This is a good plan. I like this plan.
Oh.
Yeah, say nothing.
Alright, I'll take it.
Just take the 19.
Alright, that's a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, not on this, you know.
D.
8.
Yeah,
Depends on
D8.
the bow.
Oh, yeah, is it a regular crossbow? It sounds like
it's a
it.
light crossbow, D8 plus
Yeah,
1. 6 piercing damage.
Plus your dex.
Piercing.
Yeah, 6.
Okay, so what's the sense?
Well, 1d8 plus 1, so 6.
Yep. Cool.
And then I say,
Are you proficient with it?
No, it doesn't have damage.
yeah, and then I just I use my remaining time, I guess. Like, oh my god, it's true. Did I create this with my mind? And that's it.
Yep.
Aye.
But you've got a dream catcher on your forehead, surely not.
I forgot to address the tattoos.
Oh.
That's something I was telling myself at work I was going to do.
Yeah. I forgot about those. I've still got Kip's headband wrapped around my hand.
So just out of the darkness of the passageway you came in, you see an arrow fly out, hitting the crab between the armor and the legs. You see it sway a bit in the air. Raz.
Oh, Mortlocky is helping. I'm gonna keep stabbing. I'm gonna keep stabbing and just hope it keeps missing. 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Ah, dicks.
Once again, just hits the armor and glances off.
I mean, look. I'm just gonna keep trying to stab it.
Yep. Any bonus or free actions?
I'm gonna pass a throwing knife to the hand, wherever that is. It's somewhere around.
Wherever you want it to be.
Yeah, it's somewhere around.
You just kind of toss it casually and it catches it.
Yeah, and it can,
Touched it right.
and it can float off somewhere to, throw it from the darkness. Would be great.
Yep. Legion.
Just seeing what else I can do if needed. But right now, I'm just going to have some fun and keep my little party going on up top.
It's like a rodeo.
Stab with the spear for 20.
That will hit.
For 10 damage.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a large amount of damage.
And I'm going to leave the spear in
Okay.
as like a handhold.
Okay.
Because it's a flying crab.
Make a strength check for me.
What the hell
deep
did you
it is.
We didn't need to remember
18.
that.
Yep. You managed to sort of get it wedged in between two chunks of its natural armor.
Yep.
Seems quite firmly stuck in there.
And from there, and I'll change this, I will bamf the shield away and punch it with my second attack.
With your warforged hand.
Yep, which
That'll hit.
24. That's just 5 bludgeoning damage.
5.
But my AC is now 18 because I don't have a shield.
Yep.
Well, I mean, how terrible for you.
Make a dex saving throw.
I thought I might have to. 14 plus 16.
16. Yeah. You feel the crab beat with one of its wings and it flips and it throws you off. Make a strength check for me if you want to grab your...
Man, I'm going to try and hold on to the spear. 18 is 25.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so with the weight of it being thrown off, you grab the spear and you do manage to pull it out as you
To wrench it out as
get
it's
to
going
the other
down.
side of it, splash into the water. You are now prone.
Here's my question for you. You say it has wings. Are they webbed or feathered?
They look scaled.
Ooh, fancy.
Similar to dragon's wings, but
Yeah.
more heavily scaled and armoured similar to its carapace. What's your AC?
13.
20 to hit.
What?
That might do it.
It's a reasonable bet. Oh, that's a lot of D6s.
12 points of damage.
Oh, that's
It
a...
hits you with its claw.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy.
Everyone within 30 feet make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, boy.
There's an eye within 30 feet?
Have you moved forward?
No, I'm just behind that
I think
wall.
I'm definitely with them.
Probably, well.
You'd be just outside the range. Anyone in the room would be within the range. Though.
Yeah.
So wisdom?
Yes.
19.
17.
20.
Its eyes glow again, and you all feel a fear gripping at your heart, but you all shake it off, ready for the next round of combat.
Raz is genuinely shocked.
Professor.
Has there been... I've got two questions. I'm going to ask question number one first, and maybe I have time to ask question two. Who knows? Has there been any sort of sign what it's immune to this?
I'll let you roll an insight check. How you're watching?
How has its carapace shifted?
20, non-natural.
Yeah, you've noticed there's a slight shift in the colour of its hue, and you've seen what it's been immune to. This one, the colour just doesn't seem to be there. You think it doesn't have any immunities or resistances this round.
Two, if I have time, those was probably a roll. Is there? If I think this is summoned, is there a way I can kind of disrupt the summon or the magic intrinsic in it?
You'd think it's summoned now. The only way would be to banish it back.
In that case, I cast magic missile at the eyeballs. I'll put them all in one of the eyes.
Yep.
11 damage.
11.
Good lord.
Yep. You see them hit the eyeball and pierce it, and the left eyeball explodes.
It's currently vulnerable.
You see some black smoke coming out of the stalk where the eyeball was.
Also, just for reference, I have literally no magic left. Apart from cantrips, they don't count.
Good to know.
Smoke.
Okay.
Not the smoke coming out of its eye.
Different smoke.
Would it count as an action if I was to how far away is Raz 5 feet?
I am within melee range of it.
Okay, so within melee range.
Yeah. Cool. I'm like stabbing up at it.
Yeah, sure. So if I was to, what I want to do is I want to go up and pull, potentially pull Raz away, and guiding bolt, or would pulling him away be considered an action?
I think that would be like a grapple check, so it would be an action.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm interested in what your plan is. You can express that to me, so so that there won't be a grapple
You can hit him
check.
with a guiding bolt while Raz is.
I'll still be a grapple check if you're dragging him, though.
Well, I mean,
Still be an action.
Yes.
I can.
Also considering dragging him, plan being to possibly drag him away and cure wounds.
Okay, I can acquiesce to the dragging.
How far away are you from the crab at the moment?
I think because I moved within. I moved within 30 feet.
Yeah, I don't think
so
we've moved since then.
it's not.
No.
So you'd have to move to him to grapple him. That would be most of your moves. So if you want to drag him back 15 feet, that would be a full turn. Or you can stand with him.
I could use Feline's agility because I got that back. Consider I haven't moved in the last round.
So what does that do? It doubles your movement.
It means
bonus action.
no, just for movement. I think it means I can-
What does it cost to use it? I believe it's free.
Reaction or
actually.
a bonus?
I believe it's free.
When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed to the end of your turn. No.
Yeah, just free.
Yeah, so it's just a movement, so it doesn't count as an action.
So what you could do is move 30 feet. What's your total movement speed?
30.
So you can move there and drag him 15 feet back, but that would be your full movement.
Yep.
And then your action to either cure wounds or guiding bolt.
Yep. Well, I wanna get Raz out of harm's way as much as possible.
Are you going to explain any of that as you're doing it?
No. I'm just gonna.
You've met Smoke, haven't you?
I see you in danger, so I just want to get you out of there.
This is
so
the same
I'm
cat
gonna.
put a badger on his head while fighting a Garistro, so...
That's brilliant.
That is true.
So I'm gonna.
You dash forward to where it is. Your first 30 feet.
Yep.
You grab him.
Yep.
How do you react?
Well, I mean, look, you're not explaining shit. He's
You've
not.
just been grabbed from behind.
You're hurt.
As you're in the middle of a fight.
You're hurt. You're most likely going to die if you stay here. There it is.
Yeah. He doesn't have a word for you to say. He's just trying to stab at this thing with with almost like a stony look in his face. He's got nothing for you, but he is trying to what's the word I'm looking for?
Murder.
Contend this grapple.
Yep, so contested grapple.
Yep.
So strength or athletics.
You gotta roll strength because you're...
Or you can
athletics.
choose to not disengage and move.
You could stop it, or you could try...
You grab him and he's not budging, or not wanting to, so it's up to you if you want to keep
In that case, but that would still be my action. I wouldn't have like.
That would be a movement.
Okay, so if he's resisting it, succeeds, then I can choose to attack.
You could attack instead, but if he resists and you try and force him, then it'll be an action to try and drag him out of the way.
I see him struggle, and Smoke sees him struggle, and decides that he's not going to force him to do something that he doesn't want to do.
Even in their hat knitters.
Oh yeah, if I roll for persuasion.
Hey, partner, let me drag you away.
And instead, I turn to the beast, and I get out my quarterstaff, and I strike out of it.
Yep.
That's a goddamn! I don't choose the quarterstaff. 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Poo.
Well, you know what? You've given it another target.
Yep.
If nothing else, you've made it so it's not pointing both of its claws at me.
All right. Raz.
Cool. I believe it's stabby time.
Usually is.
Yeah, it's trying to be, certainly. And because Mage Hand is finally set up after a long time, it's time to throw knives.
Yep.
So, one for the rapier, which is going to be a dirty 20,
That'll hit.
and one for the knife, which is a 6.
That bounces off.
Indeed.
Clatters into the water.
Is it engaged with anything in melee particularly?
Did we skip
3 different people.
Did we skip over Legion?
Needs
No,
Legion
you're
before me.
next.
Oh yeah, I'm after you. Never mind.
We good. Yes.
I was going to get him melee for you.
Right. Well, I mean, look, it's apparently engaged with 3 different people, so this is great.
I'm definitely melee. So.
You are one of them.
Indeed. Wow, that's high damage.
Make it up for early.
My plan is
That's
coming
work.
together all along.
21 points of damage with that stab.
Good claim.
That is a good clean stab.
That is-
And it's
that
going
is
to use its legendary
20.
resistance.
What a prick!
But at least it's used it.
Did it take any of that damage? I don't know what legendary resistance does.
Roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Because that always goes well when I do it. 6
It doesn't seem to.
dicks.
Oh, jeez.
That's so saddening.
It did you a big favour. I'll give you that.
Yeah, man, you might be right about that. It's like the righteous fury of trying to get dragged away from this place. It's like, no, fuck off! Oh god, it just didn't work. Oh well.
So what sort of damage would that have been?
Piercing.
Piercing? Mm-hmm. Actually, let me just check. Yep.
Cool. Alrighty.
So as you swing at it, you see it aim true, you just see it shimmer slightly and its colour changes just a little bit in hue. And you start throwing it, it doesn't seem to damage it.
Alrighty. There's a part of me that's like, maybe we should leave the rapier in there. No, terrible idea. Terrible idea.
Back to Legion.
Hello. I'm gonna get up and just yell out, I liked having the blood and the vomit on me. You made me have a bath. And then I'm gonna stab it again. Bonus action, summon the shield back with the other hand. But yeah, first stab is 11, so miss, I assume.
Yep.
And the second attack is worse, 9.
They both miss.
Still just shaking water off myself while I'm trying to attack. But yeah,
Summon the shield back.
yeah, put the shield back. That's a bonus. So that's happened.
Yep.
Just poking around at the bottom of the shield.
Alright, so that is a 19 to hit you
Yeah.
and a 23 to hit you.
Same thing again. Wherever the pincer tries to go, it's a much harder area of steel.
When you summon the shield, I'm guessing it just sort of
Just spreads a bit further
around it.
Didn't choose to hit me instead.
No.
Oh,
You try to grab it, so you were behind a little bit.
with my hit points.
Alright.
Now, if you could roll less than 5,
Yeah, I understand.
that would be great.
Rolled less than 5, he's got a bonus.
Ah,
Does that
well.
help?
Well, it helps you.
8 damage.
Ah, bollocks. Well, that's -3. So I am, as the kids refer to, down.
Alright, now everyone that's conscious within 30 feet. Sorry. Roll a wisdom save.
Does the fact that he has
That
an
was
eye
okay.
help?
No.
Oh, I was going to use that out as well.
Not in that way anyway.
No.
I should have stayed out. Should have stayed put. 11.
You both suffer the effects of fear as existential dread just washes over
Shit.
you. Look at this
No, I
shining
can't hear
flying
you.
crab.
Well, I mean, I'm down, so.
Do you have healing word?
No.
Well,
No, you don't.
interesting
Larry does.
Interesting thing. Interesting
How
thing
loud
about
is she?
it. You, it only says you can't move closer to it.
Yeah. Which you're.
But I believe
with
if
it.
You tried to drag me out. You're within 5 feet of me for sure.
Professor.
That's about to away from it.
So I saw it shift to
Oh, wait.
not magic,
It says you can't move
protection.
You saw.
closer. Is it gonna help?
I'll get you a roll quick arcana check for me.
Brain cells.
Doesn't have to be high, it just has to be above 10.
You did above 10.
Yep.
12.
You saw it's. You've heard of these monsters and how they can do these unbelievable combat tricks. This
You've heard of flying
legendary
crabs?
seems to have just given it all its immunities till the end of this round.
Alright. End of its round.
Yes, end of this round.
So,
Back to the beginning of its next turn.
will I, alright. My hat glows slightly, and then it looks like it's covered in ice. And my hand starts shimmering as well when the slight snow falls off it. And I hold it in position, waiting for the right moment I can cast Ray of Frost.
Yeah, Frank.
Oh, sorry, Frostbite.
Yep. Alright, Smoke.
He's currently looking at the fear effect.
Closer to the source of its fear.
Yeah.
Go and read it out loud so everyone can hear
a
it.
frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
That's it.
Okay, so I don't have to move away.
No.
If it moved away, you couldn't follow it.
Yeah.
You can still attack it while in range.
Yep.
Okay.
You just have disadvantage to do so.
Well, I think more importantly, I might try to heal this guy.
You're within touching range of the man who got
so
stabbed.
I think I'll cast Cure Wounds at just first level.
Yep.
Please do.
That's what, 1d8 plus 3?
It is. So far, that would not save me. But hey, that
10
is
points
that's an amount.
10 points of healing.
I'm alive! And my mage hand is gone. Bastard. I needed that.
Now it's all over. It has the high ground.
It always had the high ground. I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, Legion had it for a minute there.
They did. That's true. Well, let's be real. About 18 seconds.
That's generous.
It's an amount.
I'm still perfect health, guys. It's just playing with your food.
I think we all are, except one.
It's just playing with your
Oh
food.
wow, am I the only one who's been
This
damaged?
is actually a fairly low AC in melee combat.
You guys
Oh,
are
that's
lower than the wizards.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I need to attack from the shadow.
Do you literally have no armor?
I don't even know why. I don't even know why we're attacking this.
So
I can't eat. I have no use for this thing.
Well,
You heal?
Heal me.
there's no point in moving because it take attack of opportunity on me, and that's just going to be awful. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay put and just make silly faces at it.
Yep.
See what that does.
Hopefully,
You see it shimmer and you've been watching it from the distance now. You realise that it's not currently
It's
existing.
immune to
Shit.
Oh, I need to actually over here.
Oh no.
That's not too bad. Up plus 7. 16.
Doesn't hit. See shards of ice spray across the room. Back to Raz. You are now up with, or you're down, but alive with 10 HP.
I am on the ground. I am going to use my bandolier to cast Cloud of Daggers in its general vicinity.
Noise.
Because it has yet to move. And then I'm going to bonus action disengage and drag myself away from it.
Are you going to get up or just drag?
Well, I mean, there is a Cloud of Daggers probably touching my nose at this point, so...
Either way, no matter what you do, you're only going to get half movement.
It's true, yeah.
The difference is if you're going to be up or down at the end of next round during this round.
Yeah, I'm going to be up and get 15 feet away from it.
Yep.
Yeah, if it gets a reaction attack too and you're prone.
Oh, no, exactly. That's why I use bonus action to disengage.
Oh, yeah, good one.
Yeah, 15 feet away from it.
Yep.
Cloud of Daggers doing stuff. I can't remember what Cloud of Daggers does.
It's a 5-foot cube, whatever you want to call
Cube,
it.
yeah, thing.
5 foot cube.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as long as you haven't put that on me or smoke, great.
No, I've put it on the crab. How does it do
Where
damage
is
when it's summoned?
Affiliated spinning daggers, cube of 5 feet on each side, 44.
Basically, slashing damage when it enters a spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So
you
it's
don't do it now.
Well, it's entered it for the first time.
I'd have to do this with Ruse.
Okay.
Don't do it now.
Okay.
But it can't have moved until its first turn. If that makes
You
sense.
make a soul point. Soul point. Okay.
Same with Spiritual Guardians, Moonbeam.
Cloud of Daggers is one of those spells that sounds awesome and is very.
What's all those spells? Everyone always gets the double damage in the first round.
Yeah.
All right, Legion.
Am I in a Cloud of Daggers?
I would say not.
Excellent.
It's a large creature.
But I am scared, so I am going to bunker down under that shield properly, and I'm going to be going. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that kills me over and over. Without fear, I die but once. And I will cast as a cantrip, Flame Ward.
I'm picturing in the cartoon Clone Wars, Grievous where he like goes down to the little like tank pit.
Yep, that's it. But yeah, that's Flame Ward, which just means I'm like barbarian resistant to piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
Cool.
Just for this round.
So, Crowdstone, roll your damage.
Oh yes, of course. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of slashing damage, I believe.
Slashing damage, no save.
Indeed.
Just is.
Slashing, you say.
Yes.
There's a.
You hear a lot of tings that hits off the armour.
Well, that's unfortunate. I cast. Yeah.
On your little dream catcher tattoo, you just feel a warm glow of a smile.
Well, that's on my hand.
Alright, so
yeah.
Smoke and Legion still in range, combat range. 26 to hit.
Me? That'll hit
Both.
26 on both? Yeah, that hits me.
Yeah, yes. That's a lot of looking damage.
You see its wing tip and it brings a claw back and swipes through both of you in a sweeping attack and does 18 points of slashing damage. That'll be hard for you.
Whoa. So glad it never did that to me. Uh-oh.
The three of you need to make your wisdom saves again.
Do we know?
I mean, I need to make it. I didn't, but I need to.
Wisdom 18.
You pass.
I assume I need to.
Yes, you're what now? Within 30 feet.
Yeah. 15.
You do not pass.
Bollocks! That's fine.
So, Raz and Legion are both under the effects of fear again. Smoke managed to shake them.
Well, me for the first time. This is much more normal. This is how it normally goes.
Professor.
Alrighty. My hat frosts up again. And I think I miss again.
Oh.
Yeah. Unless it's somehow AC is magically lowered.
Has not.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Go team!
So you see shards of frost hitting it and spray off again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It'd be really good if I do hit, because then it will have disadvantage on this next attack.
Yeah.
Anything else this round? Movement or bonus or free?
No, I will actually pull around the corner so I don't get like...
Get half cover?
Can I get full cover?
Because of the angle, I don't think so. No.
Half's good.
Oh, you can, but you have to go another 15 feet back into the actual chamber itself.
Well, tactically that would make sense.
Is your spell range 30 foot?
No.
Okay.
But
You'd be within 60 foot still if you want to do that and still be able to take pot shots and get behind in your turn.
yeah, but running backwards and forwards every 6 seconds, it's not
You
like
won't have
it's
to.
not something that you'd realistically do. So I'm not
You've still got line of sight, you'd be able to just duck around a corner, cast, get around it to full cover.
Alright, I'll do that.
Yep.
You're doing what I should be doing.
Okay, cool. I should have well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to disengage and move
Away.
move away. No, move towards it, even closer. Disengage and then move to a place where I've got some sort of cover.
You could head down towards where you assume Mortlock's been shooting from, quite unsuccessfully.
I thought that arrow was my arrow, the crossbow that I did. I thought you were just like punking them. Oh god.
He's down where there's some pillars where you came in, or you could try and dash to the treasure room where you've seen the professor.
How far away are the
You're in the
pillars?
treasure room, not getting
Pillars? About 30 feet from you, the treasure room's about
Live
45
first,
feet.
treasure second.
Okay, yeah, I'll go to the pillars.
terrible.
Yeah. So you get behind the first pillar and get half cover.
Yep, cool.
Raz.
Cool. I'm going to run madly away from this thing towards presumably the professor.
So with your 60-foot dash, you'd be able to get into the treasure room and take full cover.
Guys,
Good idea.
hi everyone, how's it going?
Also, at the
Class going well?
yeah. Cloud attack is the start of my turn or start of their turn?
Their turn.
Their turn. Dark bollocks. Bollocks? Sure, why not?
Dark bollocks.
Well, it is dark.
Darth bollocks.
Talk about
Yeah, I'm still scared. So I'm staying bunkered down, and I'll cast Blade Ward again,
Yep.
and just screaming at the top of my lungs to try and get over my fear. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. While I am fearing evil.
Well, we don't know it's evil.
Remember that fucking robot?
Could just be a bastard.
20 or 23 to hit.
20 will meet it and beat it, but I will use my last spell slot to really bunker that down and shield myself up again.
And that will shield from both.
That will shield for both. Yeah, it'll be on 25.
so good.
Just a little walnut on the ground again.
You see a flash of magic from above you. Everyone's hands just are all of a sudden empty and their weapons are on the ground again.
Including those of us with total cover?
Yes.
Oh, it started its turn.
Does that mean my shield and spear are down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all weapons just appear on the ground from
Oh, actually, once completed, I can't be disarmed with a weapon unless I'm incapacitated.
Yeah, alright.
Bonded.
Everyone's else has dropped down, but yours just don't seem to go with it.
Yeah.
So it
I wouldn't
started
know
its
that.
turn?
I'm so
yes.
down.
Cool.
Totally useful quarter stuff I always use.
I'm literally a concrete bunker.
Nice. Someone has to be.
12 points of slashing damage.
Oh, good
They
luck.
continue to spin around, tinking off harmlessly.
It's piercing.
Montbank might be able to tell you what's going on now. Professor.
So, sorry, I'm sure at some point its immunity will change and daggers will hit. Ice
Sort of
thingy,
screech in your face.
my hat works. I have to roll to check if it works. Sometimes I roll a 3 or more, my arcana is high enough that it works.
Right, got ya.
There's a chance it won't.
There's a chance.
Small.
21 a hit.
21 will hit.
Thank God. Damage.
7 damage, cold damage.
Oh,
7 cold damage.
for the first time in like 3 turns, it's taken damage.
Yeah. And
Now you see part of its carapace break and fall off.
nice. And it has disadvantage on its next attack. So, yes, it keeps changing what it's immune to. Just keep hitting it with everything.
Okay.
Unless I want to bring out my color wheel and explain this to you.
Yes, I'd really like a pie chart right now.
It's not a diagram, really, because there is some overlap.
XL. Okay, so it's seems to be immune to. Well, I'm guessing I would have seen. It seems to be immune to the piercing.
Did we have
So-
to make our wisdom saves again?
Not yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
poke
The crap's turn.
had the crunch stone, didn't it?
No, I cast it again. Oh, that's right, I did. Yeah, so everyone would no longer be under the effect of fear.
Me? Yeah, you.
I'm gonna poke out from the corner and then cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Yeah.
So, is that 2? It's just had a momentary.
I believe it's 5d6.
Smoke is suffering.
Smoke like a true Australian is
Guiding
buffering.
bolt, yeah, it doesn't scale super well.
5d6 at 2nd level.
What sort of damage is it?
Radiant.
Radiant.
It's roll to hit damage.
Yeah, it is. Roll the hit damage.
Yep, that would be good. Yep. That's
Please.
That's fucked a little bit. No, but I took the 19 before, so I should probably take that.
Yeah.
Shit.
If it's cocked up, like you reroll.
I feel guilty about that, but I'll
I
accept.
think we
Take the olive branch.
19.
19 hits.
Yay! I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Yes, you will.
Oh, that's awesome.
You'll be alive.
2, 1, 2, 4, 7, 13 radiant damage.
Yeah, there's 6 made up for it.
is Guiding Bolt the zap one?
Yeah.
Now, whoever hits next has advantage on attack.
Yes, they do!
Correct.
It might be me.
It is you.
Oh my god!
Are you doing anything else with your turn?
It's not really, I'm in a good position, so I will just stay put.
Now you've hit it with Guiding Bolt, it sort of pierced its shell and lit it up, and you see now there's chunks of its natural armor that have been broken off and chipping away.
Okay.
You think it's going to be a bit easier to hit in its weak spots now.
Okay. Raz, I assume when he lost his fear, was still like sort of looking at Montbang, so you can see he just like blinks for a second, and then his face just sort of like drops. He pulls out the hand crossbow and tries to take a shot at one of those weak points.
Yep.
Tries being the operative word because I cannot roll for shy.
You do.
Advantage with Guiding Bolt.
That's a pretty good roll anyway.
It's true. So 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Is it engaged with anything in melee?
Yeah,
Golden question. I had advantage. Doesn't matter.
Advantage anyway.
You are correct about that.
I'm still there, walnutting away.
Wow. 23 points of damage.
What sort of damage?
Stop
Piercing.
bolted down underneath it.
23?
Yep.
I'm imagining I'm just bolted down and it's just going at this like.
It's like
And again, you clamped your claws in the ground.
Yeah. It's looking very hurt as it pierces it deeply and it seems to actually penetrate and probably get an organ instead of just piercing its flesh.
Holy crap. I imagine the bolt just disappears at that point.
Yep. Sure does.
Oh, brilliant.
Right,
And
it's Squiznar.
indeed, and I'll just use bonus action to cast Mage Hand again.
Yeah. You see another bolt pierce from the darkness, finally hitting it.
If he kills the Aussies, I'm so hungry.
And the crab drops dead.
On to me.
It's been said on the stream, it is dead.
Legion.
As soon as the fear drops, I'll just be like, what am I doing? I'm scared of friggin' crap.
What am I doing
But
with my
you guys,
life?
but I haven't seen anything because I've been like bunkered down, hiding under shit, and you're like, hit it with everything, but like, it's changing its
Yeah.
Resistances and whatnot.
So from underneath, I'll just start like banging against my shield and go, thunder! Thunder! Up the shield as hard as I can and cast Thunderclap.
Yep.
So
It's appropriate after timing.
it is a con save from you.
Uh-huh.
It passes.
Yep. Nothing happens. A very, very loud thunderous sound that we've heard from 100 feet away, which gives me back my confidence.
You see it sputter into the air with a big thunderclap as it's flying. It just gets blasted back a few feet.
And I'm going to stand up like as triumphant as possible, but also feeling very emasculated.
Smoke looks at
Fighting for
Legion.
crap.
Smoke looks at Legion. Super proud of it. It just does
It's
the whole
starting its
way.
turn. Sweet. Oh, less good.
At least your cantrips aren't coming from your hat.
It's true. 9 points of lightning damage for it.
9.
Yes.
Every spell I took has to be justified by a robot.
So you're the only one within melee range now?
Correct.
Disadvantage on first attack.
No. Thank you.
It swings twice and misses both times as you just definitely block it with your shield as it's trying to recover in the air after being buffeted away.
I'm still yelling the lyrics to Thunderstruck at it.
Of course.
Ironically, as you are, you keep shouting, everything just goes dead silent, and you all feel a wave of magic sweep out around you, and everything's completely muffled in silence.
God damn it.
Legion's mouth is still just clanking away. Because there's no lips or anything, it's just like a swinging hinge of a mouth.
Yeah.
Very
Professor Montbang. Does a bit of air guitar.
Montbang.
nice.
Professor Nerd now. Was it? Oh, yeah, because.
Yeah, Dot Cloud, my bad.
Oh, jeez. There is a somatic one. What was it? I think this is going to be.
This is unfortunate timing to make everything silent.
It's gotta be in
Don't
your
blame me,
cantrips.
blame the dice.
Ah, yes, of course.
Yes, but with my hat, I have all the cantrips.
Oh, the cantrip.
Oh, the cantrips.
All the cantrips.
Alright,
Yes.
I'm nearly through all the ranged.
Does Eldritch Blast have a...
That's not a
That's not always a cantrip.
I can cast Friends.
Oh my god.
Friends without a bone component. That's so weird.
Alright, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I walk up closer, right?
How much closer?
To 29 feet away.
Within 30 feet, you say?
Yes.
That is.
And
what
I
it
just
says.
look at it and I go. And I cast True Strike.
Okay.
Next round, I have advantage on something useful.
And you'll be within range as a spongy wizard. Gotcha.
Yes, I will be arranged as a spongy wizard. And
Yeah, well,
plus,
I mean-
True Strike is one of my actual cantrips, so just because I wanted it.
Yeah, you cast True Strike.
It was on my list of maybes. I took Plague Ward instead.
Yeah, everything's very surreal as you see this giant crab flapping with no sound coming
Yeah.
out, and everything's just deadened in your ears.
I start going on this long-winded story.
Vocal.
Oh, how's Thornwhip vocal?
You go, Thornwhip, I choose you.
Fair enough.
You have to go.
Bellsprout.
and all that one Rihanna line about chains and whips.
True.
Okay, well, oh, God.
You're not scared of it. You can go and hit it.
It's true. You can. Or you could get out that crossbow you have.
Well, that worked before. So
For future reference, control flames.
Oh.
That's true.
Okay. Well, the crossbow worked before, so I'm gonna get out the crossbow again, have another shot.
Go for it. And
Yep.
Have a shot.
Clearly hit with a 10.
yeah.
It does hit, just not the enemy.
Oh shit! Did I?
You hit a wall. Yeah.
He's shooting you with a crossbow for 10. It's not, you'll ping it off something.
You do anything else?
It's not much I can do.
Just bounces off his robot butt cheek.
It's like throwing a razor at a human lightly. What are you doing?
Alright, Raz.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, it didn't die from the last shot, but maybe it will die from this shot. Here's hoping.
It hasn't died from my cool song either.
Oh, man, that sucks.
What's up?
Exactly, silence.
It'd be at least stunned.
Sound aside.
Yeah, kill it with Dark Garfunkel.
Tell me a 16 hits.
That wouldn't have until it got to halfway, now it does.
Halfway!
Well, I mean,
That's still
5 now.
just realised it's 1d6, my sneak attack is 2d6.
Whoops.
Damn it. Geez. 15 points of piercing damage. Does it take any of those?
Seems to take all of it.
Thank God for that.
Good, because that means Blade Ward's going to get it.
I mean, in theory.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah,
What was your last attack?
What now?
What did you just do?
Oh, crossbow shot.
Crossbow shot?
Yeah.
Where were you aiming?
I was still. Yeah, one of the weak points. I was gonna.
Is this mouth sort of gaping open now?
Yeah.
Floating there.
Yeah, I was sort of like debating between one of the gaping wounds or its eyeball, but like, wound.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you shoot this crossbow bolt into the wound, you see it penetrate, and you see a spray of arterial blood.
Oh.
And you hear you think you'd hear a scream if you could hear anything. You see its mouth flailing as it collapses to the ground, thrashing around.
On top of Legion?
No.
Oh, thankfully. Wait, hang on. That sounds suspiciously like it's dying and or dead.
So, everyone has their top level spell drained as this thing thrashes and comes to a stop and starts dissolving into black smoke and ichor.
What if I?
Whatever spell slot you got there.
Oh, okay, just that one.
Starting from the top of the episode.
No, one of my spell slots.
Oh no, my cantrip.
Yeah, okay.
And just for good measure, you see another crossbow bolt fly and hit it in the second eye, pierce it.
No.
I also run up and I give it a quarterstaff of his death.
Is silence finished?
I was gonna say, did
Still
it?
hanging about as you all run and start belting it.
I was saying, did its turn start at any point?
Back.
I assume its turn started at some point.
Does this thing have ears?
12 more points of slashing
It
damage.
started twisting and turning to a black ichor that's leaking into the water.
Oh, bless you!
Did someone sneeze?
No,
No,
smoke, try!
You told
Bless
me
the
to
body! We don't want it to fuel the ritual to bring hell to Baldur's Gate.
I invoke the Lady of Pain. No!
Assist him, for God's sake!
Are we still in?
Alright, everyone all of a sudden appears in a maze.
Are we still in initiative though?
It's dead.
I go across and bless it.
If someone wants to roll a religion or arcana check.
Oh, Arcana!
It's the same.
Is anyone skilled in religion? Anyone?
Even a good perception check will do at this point.
Yes! I will roll that, natural one.
I got a 12.
Real interesting.
Yes, they are!
I got a 12, which is why I.
17 for perception.
Yeah, you notice as it turns black ichor, all these black shadows of human shapes are appearing around looking at it. You'd think this was the ritual to summon this creature. You see the shapes looking down at it and they start flickering and disappearing.
Tell them about Eldath quickly.
Espouse the manifesto of Eldath whilst we go loot the place.
I see Mortlock still looping back in.
Stop.
You fight well, I'll give you that.
Yes, we do.
Definitely. For sure.
Bang, bang!
I did.
So happy about that.
He is a man of metal, let him be.
Now, anything sharp and damaging, I get it, right? I'm gonna start to draw the treasure.
Well, I mean, you're not the only one who's got dibs on those things, but sure.
The head will just spin back around at you while the body keeps walking.
That is intimidating.
Yep, so you head over towards where the three chests sit.
Alright, try and lift it again.
Roll a perception or arcana focus.
Perception of dirty 20.
You know enough about magic to think someone's used earth to stone to bury them slightly in the ground.
Well, they haven't buried what's inside of them. I'm gonna just try and kick it and like break the lid open on one of them.
Yep, it's got a small lock on it. Roll a strength check.
17.
You kick it and it shudders, but it doesn't open.
I'm just gonna.
Anyone better at this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just gonna like walk ahead and just like, mind if I?
I've literally got a thing that says violence is the solution to all problems.
That's hilarious.
Sleight of hands.
Yep. Sleight of hand.
You got those glovies?
I do indeed.
Yeah, boy.
Which gives me a 25
Oh, yep. You
to unlock this boy.
go for the first one. Immediately click it, it just pops open.
I loosened it for you.
Probably did. Genuinely, probably did.
Go back worse.
You're a big boy.
My experience with locks is if you try and jam them, you make it worse.
Oh, yeah,
If
usually.
someone's looting this one,
Yeah, well, I mean, look,
I'll do it with you.
That's-
So you get
get ready to write down loot whoever's doing it.
you're,
Okay.
probably, you're probably better at it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
4,500 copper pieces in bags.
Come on.
I love it. That's the best way to treat us.
Don't blame me, blame the book.
Alrighty, 4,500 CP.
2 red crystal vials with gold stoppers on top.
Okay.
And each vial contains a potion inside.
Okay.
I've got a question you might be able to answer, Brett or Cody. If I don't have any spell slots, I still can't cast a ritual spell, can I?
Yes, I think so.
You
As long as you take the time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe that's the point of rituals.
You just don't draw on that magic from yourself, so you can cast it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have
Identify.
identify? Oh, good. That makes one of us.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Got a robotic memory.
oh, well, the other thing about
I
that.
was the barge's library and repairman.
Oh, neat. If you're looking to, are you looking to identify things in here?
Yeah, sure. Just pile them around me. Then I'll walk over to the next crate and give it a kick.
Very cool. I will pull it. I'll pull out the identify pearl. and
Smoke
give it
will
to
assist. Smoke will assist.
You hold my leg for me?
You said to the next chest.
Well, all right. I'm just look the things that are in here that are vaguely magical, which is
If you don't know what it is, put it in the pile over there.
all right.
Go and check the third chest.
All right, cool. Two potions, and then I'm gonna put the pearl of identification there, and be just use that pearl for your component.
Oh, cool. I don't have one of those.
Yeah, exactly. Walk over to the second chest, try to open that boy.
Yeah, you know what to roll.
I do indeed. 27.
Oh, pops open.
Pops open. Cool. What do we got?
You see 10 small gemstones worth $10 pieces each. And scattered amid that is 1,250 silver pieces.
That's it.
I'll do the calculations on those later. Okay, cool.
So I've kicked the third chest for a dirty 20.
Still doesn't seem to open.
Well, I loosened it.
We're gonna say where I'm going.
Yeah. Sit over by the pile and start working.
21.
Pops open. The first thing you notice is a very delicate porcelain dragon mask resting on top of it.
Really glad this thing was stuck to the ground. Just saying.
As you rifle through, there's 2,400 copper pieces and 500 silver pieces.
I forgot to write down to snark. So what was that money again? Sorry.
Sorry?
What was that money again?
2,400 copper pieces.
Smoker calls out,
500 silver.
I want the dragon mask. Assuming I can see it.
You're not getting it.
Please.
If it causes damage, your legion's taking it.
I am going to hold this when you identify it because you've got big metal. Just put your hands on it. You've got big metal hands, and this is very fragile.
Even while I'm holding it, I can just see fingers there and then just do twitchies.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm holding it. And that is everything.
There's one more chest. So you now notice you walk
I get back up
to the wall.
12.
It open. I might actually not have this one. 14.
You feel it click, but it's just not quite popping open.
Where I come from, they make weaker chests.
We're in comparison to you.
Can I roll a history on that mask?
Yes. I encourage it, in fact.
Good. 23.
Quite a lot.
It looks a lot like the rumoured treasure of Tiamat.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
At least a very small component of it.
Oh, no.
Where is it at the moment?
No, it's fine.
Whereas what?
The mask, presumably in the hands of the
Being checked out by a history boy.
Yeah.
This looks like part of the rumored treasure of. I'm not going to name her because that may draw her attention, but she doesn't like Muhammad very much. Dragon.
Angela? Is it
Fine
Angela?
heads.
It's not Angela.
Is it Pamela? Is it Rita?
No, it's none of those
No, it's a
people.
little bit of Monica. Dragon Head number 5.
I don't want to summon Lou Vega by accident.
It's none of those people, but I catch your drift.
Yeah.
Smoke just walks up to the professor and asks to have a look at it. Thank you. I put it on.
No!
Bring a finely gilded dragon mask. Doesn't quite fit your tabaxi face, but
I'm not 100% sure what you were expecting.
I thought you were like a worshipper of Eldath.
It's a relic of a god that really doesn't like yours.
She tends to
Would I
burn.
know that?
not until
I'm
now.
telling you right now.
He is telling you right now.
I turn to Legion. How does it look?
And I'll just very delicately just pop it off your face, just straight forward, and hand it back to my bank.
I mean,
You look worried that you had it. Nobody trusts you with things.
I'm surprised.
Rightfully so.
If you want it, you can have it.
What? No!
Yep, takes it. Puts it back on.
Okay, everyone but Smoke roll a perception check for me.
He's turning the dragon. He's
8.
Oh, please.
9.
I'm busy looking at the other items.
What check again? Perception?
Perception.
10.
8, 9, and 10 do not do it. Moving on.
Moving on.
What if we combine them into a 27?
No. You made this bed. You sleep in it.
You made this bed by
Is there a
having
TikTok?
a tobacco. It's adventure.
So what in the pile of items was there? What's in the pile of items?
The only things to identify would probably be the
The red crystal vials, yeah.
Yeah.
With the potions.
Well, using the
If you want to identify the dragon mask, he's just wearing it.
use it. Well, I've still got to touch
I
it.
mean, you know what it is already.
Kind of.
History check.
Well, yeah, but like, we
Is
don't
it
know what.
magical?
Is it magical?
I don't know.
We should probably check that.
Put it in the pile. So using the pearl.
I mean, if it was dangerous, would a worshipper for another god really put it on? It's just shocking.
You're right. He looks way smarter.
Yeah,
Than to
guys, this is smoke we're talking about. Watch for another god or not, he's gonna put it on.
I mean, I don't know that well.
Morlock's sort of.
I don't know myself very
fiddling
well.
with the fourth chest, trying to get the lock open.
Oh yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great. I for some reason couldn't. I'll give it another go in a couple of minutes, but still, as soon as we sort out whether or not this is gonna get us killed.
I've moved back a few feet, just getting a bit in a defensive stance, just in case anyone tries to take it off me again.
Smoke, we don't know what it does.
Your will eventually identify them as potions of fire breath.
Potions of rapid. So 2 of those.
Yep.
I got no use for this.
You know who might have use for this? Realistically speaking, Kip, but I'm implying that I will.
What else? That was just the two questions.
Those are the only two that you really need to identify.
Yeah, everything else was either money or sellable.
Hey, Mortlock,
Yeah.
is your family, like, do they worship, old five heads?
Yeah.
And I'll say, orc. Oh, do you follow Grumsh?
Yeah.
I'll say in Draconic, do you follow the chromatic one?
He doesn't seem to understand what the hell you're saying.
Oh, that's good.
I then switch through Halfling. I don't have. I'll use Infernal.
He doesn't seem to understand most of what you're saying. He just kind of blankly looks at you for a little while and goes back to the lock.
I then switch back to Coleman. I assume the look continues.
Smoke tries Celestial and Minotaur. Smoke tries Celestial and Minotaur.
He's well beyond listening to anyone right now. He's trying to run the lock.
Makes sense. I can understand why at this point.
I'll clank my way over and just do an identifier.
Oh, Smoke! I say in Celestial. You speak Celestial.
Yes, I do.
It is such a musical language, especially coming from you, for some reason.
Oh, I am a creature of fine things and pleasures in life. I thought, why not, speak a fine language as well?
Why are they speaking gibberish now?
I don't know, but I think he's speaking in tongues. We have to kill him.
Well, I've thought that a bunch of times about Smoke, but the professor's doing it as well, so probably not.
Alright. Do you want me to identify the mask or not?
Yes, identify the mask for the love of every god in the
I'm
sky.
gonna take it off of you. You just need to stand still.
Smoke just gets his arms and just starts flapping them a little bit and then moves back another 10.
Technically, she'd be one of the gods in the sky, so maybe not every god in the sky.
Every god in Elysium.
That'll work. That includes Bahamut.
Yeah, there you go. Right? Just Smoke, please. You've put a thing that we found in a cult of death gods on your face.
Supposedly.
No, not supposedly. It's on your face. I'm not the smartest person.
And this is a cult of death
It's
gods.
one of those maybe things. You have definitely put it on your face. That's all they were claiming.
Oh.
So just stand still and let me
Is it
identify.
relevant if I point out that I actually will roll a religion check for
Can
this?
Smoke roll a perception check to see if he has a mask on his face?
Oh my god.
I mean, do you have a mask on your face?
I do.
You do.
Yeah. Smoke suddenly realizes what he has done.
Stand still. Let me check it out.
Let you check it out. Please.
Morlock kicks the chest. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you want to give it a shot?
Yes! Please! There we go, dirty 20.
Completely empty as it opens.
Ha!
Not really. So
It's
this
filled with giant spikes.
pops open, and there is a bronze crown sitting in there on a small silk platter, basically.
Does Smoke see it?
Nope.
You are staring into the face of Legion at this point.
5 spires, and each spire is painted different colours. One is black, one's blue, one's green, one's red, and one's white.
Okay, so this is more of that regalia of Tiamat, yeah?
Yes.
That's the exact interaction.
Alright, everyone roll perception for me again, that's not Smoke. You with advantage if you're identifying with the mask.
15.
What's it?
At least
We're not even going to.
We're not going to roll the throws.
Huh? Oh, 10.
As you're identifying the mask, you just see for the briefest second a flash of what like dragon eyes looking through the mask at you, and then disappear.
Whoops!
What do you mean, whoops? Ah. As Raz realizes what he's done, it's like, fuck. Well,
Hey, was that you doing that, Smoke? The eyes thing?
Doing what?
What would I think?
the what eyes thing?
You guys know what dragon eyes look like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see my own eyes, can I?
Did the mask activate?
I think. I mean, I saw something. I'm still trying to identify the thing. Shush.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've got a crown as well, so let's just
Tell
like
you what it is
put
if
that
you
away.
want.
I mean, if you know.
Yeah. Right?
To see his mask. Dragon cultists use it to see through it. I'm guessing they're doing it right now.
Oh, that's so much better.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, Legion, take the mask off his face. Dragon cultists are looking through.
I'm glad that I, Professor Lanteray, identified it properly. He's my rival.
So I'll take it off his face and just
He's got tenure.
Okay,
He has
can
an
I
elf.
attempt to resist that?
Resist what?
Him taking off the mask, despite the fact that
I'd like the mask.
You can try and get out of the way of him taking it off.
I'll try.
smoke.
But you could ask him nicely, he might not.
No, you do your physical actions against a giant robot.
What am I rolling?
We'll see how that goes.
Sex, probably.
Not physical.
Acrobatics, athletics, or strength decks, your choice.
At this point, we're treating it like a goddamn grapple roll.
Oh shit. So athletics, acrobatics, or
Unless you can convince me of something more fitting.
Religion.
Performance.
Pray that you would.
can I use persuasion on the DM?
You can use persuasion on the guy trying to take the mask if it works.
Alright.
That's gonna be great.
Alright, then I'll attack. Look. Legion. I have finally. Hey, how would you feel if someone took something that was really important to you away from you?
The guy ripped my hand off not 10 minutes ago.
And how did you feel about that?
It was great.
He laughed at it.
It was the beginning of a wonderful relationship where I killed him.
How would you feel if someone took away your, like, if someone just said, oh, you can't kill that person, or you can't do anything you really want?
I would kill that person and the person that told me not to kill him.
To be fair, the last time someone did that, it turned out the person was a vampire.
I've been proven right in my theory. I want to point that out while I take this mask off. Excellent conversation.
Persuasion with disadvantage.
I'd say it would be contested persuasion.
At this point, I'd just be saying, good point, well made.
Contested.
Oh, please.
One way or the other, he does not seem to be having a bar of your nonsense.
So, where do you think? So, Bowder Gate, communal garderobe,
I'm going...
bottom of, Seer's mask,
Yeah, I'm going to take that
put a
mask.
praise on signs at the top.
Look, I'm just going to take that Seer's mask and put it into the bag of holding.
I don't know about you lot, but I've had enough of this fucking place. Shall we get out of here?
I agree. Is there anything in that chest I need to look at?
Well,
The crown.
there is a crown.
Right, I'll hand it to me. We'll take a walk out of here.
Yep, indeed. Was there anything else in that chest?
No, that was it.
Just the crown?
Yeah. Well, what do you think it is? What do you think all of this is?
Well, I think there's a silver platter for you to eat food off, you weirdos. And then there's a crown to put on your head.
Well, okay. There's a silk platter.
The
Silk
gift from
and
my
platter.
family to these cultists to do their job.
Okay.
Hey,
What
is
did
there a
you...
platter made of silk? Is that what you just said?
I wrote
That's what
the words.
Why would you make a platter out of silk?
The words that I wrote were
Maybe it's a
silk
spider.
platter.
It's a spider platter.
Spider platter.
It is ridiculous.
Sorry, say that again.
It looks like a silk platter.
I am going to put that on my head like a doily. I'm going to walk around like a woman.
Is there a pillow underneath it by chance?
No, there's just thing on the bottom.
My God.
What are they? It's like a wimple. I'm going to wear a wimple.
Yeah, yeah,
That looks
yeah.
intimidating.
I mean, yeah. You know what? I'm okay with it because he's a big robot man who could probably crush my head with one hand. I'm not going to tell him
the
no.
corners of it like a wimple. So I can put it on my
Yes,
head.
The
absolutely.
professor would have had his robe starched for special occasions. He'd see that it looks like it's been starched into shape.
Oh, I need to soften this thing up.
I mean,
You made water before. Water it up.
I can prestidigitate it to clean it slightly
Oh,
for the
thank
starch.
you. Do that. You do that.
I do it. I make a wimple for you.
You make a wimple.
I'll work on the crown. You work on the wimple.
This is the best.
We can trade.
This is ridiculous. So the Seer's mask is in the bag of holding, where presumably it can see no evil.
You'd hope.
I should certainly hope
As
not.
we
It can see our possessions.
as we're walking out with old man who wants to leave, I'll just like run identify on that crown, see if there's anything about it that's important.
Nothing magical. What does identify give you? Does it give you
Also
history
gives
as
you,
well?
like,
No, that's a different spell, isn't it? The history, knowledge.
Law and legend law.
Yeah.
I mean, I will probably roll a history
Nothing
check.
magical.
But before I walk out,
Gun or some other magic imbued object with those properties, blah, blah, blah. You
Not
learn
magical,
whether any
doesn't
spells affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn that. That's it.
No to all the above.
Cool.
I'll just tap all the bottom of the chest with my quarterstaff.
Yep, they all sound like the bottom of the chest.
This is a boring crown for a head.
Yeah, I think it's part of the regalia, like he said. But beyond that, I just don't know anything.
Would have been one of the high priest's crowns.
Probably. Here's your wimple.
Thank you very much. I'll put the wimple on, I'll put the crown on top of it. How do I look?
Very nice. Prestidigitate, dance down back.
What?
Woo! A precision shape dunce down the back.
I can't see that.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Oh, I don't know about you lot, but I'm leaving. I've had enough of this place.
Sure. How attached are you to your ears?
Let's get a drink.
What?
What?
Why would you take his ears?
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
You did.
Oh,
Yeah, you fucking did. He gets really close.
He owes a life
Very
debt
tall
to
and big.
He owes a life debt to one of
I'll
us.
just say it in Orcish. They got a weird thing about ears.
Can we like?
Looks like it.
Can you like?
but they're really big ears.
No. We're not
Really
taking them.
you. You feel like at this point it's probably lucky you saved his life.
I was ready to offer him ears.
Or really unlucky, who knows?
Are there any other rooms in here we need to look at before we go?
Well, there's that one near the those guards we killed.
All right.
Just poke ahead in there quickly.
Oh, like yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, stuff.
I mean, look.
25 on kicking the door down.
Ooh, nice. I just remembered how damaged I am. My God.
It's this front door. You've never had this one before.
This is the one with the handle, yeah.
Put a lot into that.
Yeah. Well, it's the handly one. Let's
Yeah.
I'll just walk up behind him and just like open.
I'll give it another little kick as it's opening.
It's just a series of bedrolls. It looks like they've built a small shrine out of bones and skulls here, though.
I smash the
No
shrine.
one's here. Yep.
Help me smash the shrine, Legion.
Bones
Fuck
shatter
you,
everywhere.
Crunch, crunch.
Yes.
I'll grind your bones to make my bread.
I didn't think you were eating.
I'm just making it's a song the giants sing.
And also, if he makes bread, it doesn't imply that he eats it.
You ever
Good
been
point.
friends
Good
with
point.
giants? Yeah, I'm a great cook, by the way.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? We'll test that. We'll test that
I'm
later.
proficient at cooking.
We will test that later.
What?
I am.
Alrighty.
Are we done here or what?
Well, I'm wondering how we get out of here.
The same way we came in, I imagine.
We came in by a magic door that opened on its own.
I came in via kid.
You're already back at the room. You've opened it from the inside.
Oh, you could. Oh! I'm a fool.
I came
That's
in
in the
via
bathroom.
kidnapping. I don't really want to leave via kidnapping. Although if you put this wimple over my face, it's like a blindfold. Wait a minute, what's this written on here?
Well, it's been 10 minutes, so nothing.
It looks like there was ink on here.
No, look, we're good. I believe.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, let's leave.
We have a giant collection of ears to give to a man whose name I have definitely not forgotten. What are you about?
news.
Captain Zodge of the Flaming Fist. Yes. that
So
man.
everyone starts heading back, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Mortlock has his life. You guys have some ears. I got a wimple. It's been a good day.
Yeah, you got to kill lots of things.
Not enough things, but plenty.
Oh, there's a giant crab among them.
Well, as we go past that old woman, I'll steal like a strip of cloth from her robes and tie it around the dragon mask so I can't see.
It's already in a bag of holding.
Oh, that way.
Holding, yeah. Also, what old woman? What old woman?
The
Oh, the
necromancer.
necromancer.
Oh, yeah, of course, that makes sense.
So you work your way through. It's all completely clear now after murdering everyone here. And rescuing those who were not murdered.
Yep. We will let the guard know that it's been cleared out of
Which guard?
The town guy.
the Flaming Fist.
I mean, you're not there yet.
I don't. When do we get there?
So you get to the stairs that lead up to the bathhouse, heading up. You sort of see through the mostly veiled windows from the thick curtains that it's daytime, just breaking dawn.
Cool.
Do-do-do-do-do.
The door's still open and crack. Is everyone heading up?
No, open that door.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Head out like a naive idiot.
Oh my god.
Oh, good news.
You know what's going to happen, right? We're going to open those windows and hell is here.
You walk outside, and ahead of you see 5 people wearing red robes, and a man standing in long black sharpened robes and a dragon mask holding a curved sword.
That looks familiar.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Stop! They draw the sword and hold it at you, and the others draw theirs.
Uh-huh.
Morlock.
Stop.
I'm out of this one.
What a useful man he's been.
What do you think of my wimple?
I think you need to give us back what's ours.
Is the wimple yours? Because
No.
you're not getting it.
What was on it is, though, and the mask.
I've got no clue what you're on about, as he's probably holding the crown still from identifying it.
With his insight, he says, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Ah, interesting.
You mean this bracelet? Slide it on my wrist. The crown. Those identify.
Has a... Would it be considered a new day?
From what?
It's a new dawn.
It is a new
Things that
dawn.
regenerate at dawn.
I believe that I do. I'll say namely my levitate.
So that is it daily or after a long rest?
I believe it's daily. I'm not clear.
Look it up.
I would love to. That phone that I definitely have on me.
I can give you an answer on that, but proceed, code.
Yeah, right.
This man's just demanding politely enough that you return what is stolen.
With a sword and a dragon mask
And back up.
and backup.
We don't want to hurt you. Just hand over what's ours and you can leave.
The sword says otherwise.
Yes, if I have to.
I was going to say, want and need are different things in this scenario.
What is it that has been taken from you?
Treasures of the Dragon Queen.
Treasures of the Dragon.
We don't care about her silvers and coppers, but we want her relics back.
I am going to, whilst they're conversing, try and
When you finish
use...
your long rest.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to try and use an invisible mage hand to sleight of hand slip that crown off of his wrist and fly away with it.
Yep, roll a stealth at disadvantage.
Cool. That is perfectly okay. No, it's not, actually. That's kind of shite. 10.
How fast does Mage Hand move and how far can it go?
There's a range of 60 feet. And I believe that it's about 10 foot per turn, so 10 feet per 6 seconds, roughly.
Take it off me. Can't I resist it?
Well, if you've spotted it happening and you want to.
It's true.
Roll.
Oh, the mage hand is also invisible. Does that affect my
The
stealthiness
crown
at
that's
all?
on my wrist.
Yeah. Well,
They're not looking for the Mage Hand, they're looking for a crown that starts floating by itself.
that's that.
Roll perception to see things.
Perception of 23.
Yep, you probably notice it's hanging on your wrist.
Yeah.
You see all the eyes.
I was going to say, perception of 23, you probably notice Raz like subtly moving his hand trying to get it as
also,
well.
like, if I think it's moving and I know they want it, I'll be like, hey! And I'll put my hands together so that it can't go around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like creating a loop. Just hold my hands. Don't try any funny business.
Us. We're the one in here thieving.
You're trying to steal it off me.
We're trying to reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Well, it probably is rightfully yours, but it's probably also incredibly evil. Would I be right in assuming that?
Depends on your definition, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, all right.
Excuse me, stranger. How can you prove that it's yours?
We don't have to, it's ours.
We could say the same thing.
That sword is mine, by the way. I don't have to prove it because it's mine.
That's so many d20s.
A certificate of providence.
Like
If they were real cultists of her dragonness, surely they would care about every last copper, but they didn't.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like. This is probably stupid.
Usually is.
Yeah, look, it's something that I'm saying, so it's usually pretty
Do it.
stupid. Yeah.
Praise Elder.
It doesn't matter if it's like, did. I'm gonna get out the Seer's mask. And you said it was pretty fragile, yeah?
Looks porcelain, but you also know it's magic.
Don't do it. Don't try to break it.
Well, I
I'll
mean,
break
like-
you. What?
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 Well, don't worry, guys. You're not going to have to fight each other because we're going to fight ourselves. But
He's probably right about that, honestly.
We'll wait till it's over then.
yeah, take your time.
One of the dragon cults from behind him calls out, Van Thamper, get out here!
No, his name's Vampire. We are.
Van Thamper! You just give him behind you.
Was that man hamper?
And he sort of comes trundling out, looking not very happy.
I'm just gonna like slip over to Legion and be just like, how fast can you run?
Not very. I mean, like a normal speed. I'm not slow.
Fuck.
I can run very
I
fast.
don't tend to have to run.
Are you quite done? Van Thamper, tell them please.
My name is Smoke.
Good. Van Thamper. Van Thamper's like, I guess it's theirs. And we stole it rightfully. It was theirs to start with.
As much as I don't want to have them work, how fucked are you still? Because I'm like, you know,
I have a potential solution. Give us 1,000 gold pieces for him.
Oh, we could kill you and take them.
We just destroyed an entire cult.
Good, well done. Hand over what belongs to us, please.
Well, they did say please.
You know what? You're dragon worshippers, yes?
They just stare at you.
Stupid
One
question.
gestures to the Masters of Dragon.
Yes, I know. Stupid question.
He's notorious.
Your cons, I imagine, are a bit longer than, say, an Archduke that we know.
State your meaning clearly.
The Hells are coming to Earth. I assume that's not you guys.
No.
Cool.
Then, and he points at Van Thamper.
I'm going to look at Van Vamper and be just like, you got a response to that or not?
He's already told us his family's behind it.
Yeah.
Ah.
They want to kill me now, so I guess I'm against them too.
I mean, we should probably find out more information from his son.
I was going to say, yeah, he was. Well, I mean, look, it was his family and they were trying to kill him. I mean, look, I actually genuinely don't see a reason not to give these people their stuff because.
I
Cold
don't see a reason
man.
for you not to either.
Dragon Cold Man. I need you to teleport me somewhere. Do you have that ability?
I don't, but I know some who can in the city.
And then I'll open my hands, just hold the ground, and be like,
Yeah.
this to get me back to my tribe.
Fine.
Honestly, at this point, you can just have the mask because.
1,000 gold pieces? Come on.
Well, they seem pretty intent on being able to kill us, and I'm not going to lie to you, Professor, I'm still pretty pincery.
I'm a junior member here. I know my place.
We're letting you keep the rest of the coin. Be thankful
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, but. You shall, sir.
Alright.
I'm going to give him the mask.
Ricard takes it,
Yeah,
puts it into the folds of his robes.
yeah,
I walk over with the crown in my hand.
yeah.
Come with us.
But I get to keep the wimp, yes?
Say,
Important to me.
I'll keep everything other than the mask and the crown. We don't care.
let the robot have what he wants. I found it's very useful.
I hand over the crown, and I'll stand up full height, for like 6'10".
My
After them.
God, you're huge. Whoa.
Promise made. Let's go.
Oh, and by the way, Mr. Vampire Man,
Yeah.
Pamper?
you made a life debt. Don't fuck it up.
I'm still here, aren't I?
Clank after him.
Well, where is the nearest tavern around here?
Funny you should ask that. Nearest one's where my brother's working.
Oh!
Oh, that sounds promising.
Oh, I'm so sad that Legion left. It sounds like we're going to get to do more murder.
I mean, they seem to ban this place. Perhaps we could just spend an hour patching up wounds before we go there.
Raz looks down at
If we're
himself
gonna
and
cause
just like,
trouble.
yeah, he's absolutely just like ruined armor and just like, oh yeah, this happened again. God damn it.
Do we have enough time?
Take all the time you want.
so
I don't
used to
think my
it,
parents know what's happening. My brothers won't.
I'd like to cast at least one spell, please.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
have a player if you like.
We need.
Actually,
That's
No.
a good part.
kill the imp on the way in.
Can I roll for a history?
Excuse me, the
Sure.
what now?
The imp that watches the bathhouse. My brother's imp.
Is that woman?
No,
No.
the imp.
It's an actual imp. No. They turn invisible, don't they?
Ah,
Yes.
So we didn't even see it on the way in.
probably not. Fuck. My brothers will know then.
Oh.
But they haven't been watching the whole time.
Hi.
Sensing a theme here.
If they know, they know. What's coming's coming anyway.
Right. Okay.
We could always try to find Lady Zariel ourselves and beg her to change sides and help us.
Sorry, who?
Not better to rule in hell, isn't it?
Well, you're the one with the life debt, so we're going to go ahead and say yes for now so that you stick around with us.
That's not really how that works, but
Shush.
No, not really.
Well,
I think we should maybe go back to the other place
uh-huh.
and get some reinforcements.
Yeah.
Get some sleep.
Yeah.
Then we'll sort out this guy's family.
Yeah. All of it at once if we can.
Wait, you're the Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y, right?
That's us.
Heard of you.
Oh.
Have you moved into a mansion up in the upper city?
News travels really quick. That happened like yesterday.
My family tends to know everything.
That's
the imp still
terrifying.
spying on us? Because thanks.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, everyone knows.
Well, yeah. As I said, news travels fast, apparently.
My family definitely does. They probably signed off on it.
I was going to say, yeah, we had to...
Wait, what?
We had to curry favour with Mr. Silversword bloke, who probably...
No?
Sword.
Sword?
Silver
Yes.
Sword, yes. And, you know, I assume he talks to people who talk to people who talk to his family, probably.
Hugh's really well connected.
Well, my mother's one of the remaining 3 of the Council of 4. She tends to know what's going on.
There you go. Yeah, back to the mansion.
Oh, right.
Yes, the Van Zampers. Not the Van Zampers.
I was thinking what a Davian Van Zampers.
I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know either of them.
Cousins.
Well, I mean, look, if I knew either of them, I'd be able to help you in this conversation, but I don't know.
Just how many vampires are there in this city?
He looks at you very intently. Well, fucking one more now.
One arm around Smoke, the other around Professor Carmel.
Not my fault, by the way.
Let's
Did
just
anyone hear that?
Nope.
let's just go home for now.
With a decent strength, it's just a pearl of the pearl of identification, whatever it is, just loops from a distance and lands in front of you.
Neat, mage hand.
Nearly forgot.
Bounces off your head.
Pain and suffering. Alrighty, into the bag of holding with that, and onward to the mansion.
Yep, so you all start heading up through the upper city with your new friend Mortlock in tow. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Yay!
Hey.
So congratulations, you survived the first dungeon.
Survived is the correct word.
You survived the giant flying crab.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Thanks, Smoke, for that one.
You endured the giant flying crab.
Yeah, you especially. Good
War of
roll.
attrition.
Yes, indeed.
Or did the dungeon survive us?
I doubt it.
Well, it's not going to fall down.
You're saying it happened, it's probably going to fall down.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I literally smashed some of the walls on the way through.
And it was already collapsing.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. Alright.
It looks so great.
Alrighty.
Alright, so don't forget to tune in on Thursday for Star Wars. We are back this week.
Yep. Edge of the
And
Empire.
next Monday and next Wednesday again for our D&D campaigns.
Yep.
Make sure you don't miss them because they're going to be the best around because we're involved and we're the best around.
Hey,
I mean,
Also very humble.
I would say I lack your confidence, but that is true.
It is what
When
it
you're
is.
right, you're right.
Alright, thanks guys and we'll see you all soon.